All right, Joe, a couple things to let people know what we got going on here. We also we have two giveaways. We have a Father's Day gift. We're giving away a 4-pack of Marlins tickets to see them host the Giants on Father's Day. So we have that going
That's
this
always
week.
nice.
Every day this week, we will have the other 4-pack of tickets for you. And, Joe, you can celebrate the summer of soccer with WQAM this Friday at our home at the Citadel in Miami, starting at noon. Every hour, one lucky fan gets a shot to win up to $10,000 in our Soccer Kick Challenge. Enjoy complimentary global food samples from Wild Fork, Cafecito from La Lave, rooftop vibes with Al Capone, and meet Miami Heat legend Udonis Haslem aboard the Hard Rock Bet bus.
We're gonna have UD out here with us. All right.
Yes, we will. Games, giveaways, prizes, and match day excitement. Come for the soccer. Stay for the vibes. The summer of soccer at the Citadel in Miami, Friday at noon. Sponsored by Michelob Ultra, official beer sponsor of the FIFA World Cup 2026. By La Lave, Smooth Espresso. By your South Florida Chevy dealers, Al Capone Sweet and Hand-Rolled Cognac Cigars, Wild Fork Neighborhood Meat and Seafood Market, Hard Rock Bet Sportsbook, and by Verizon, an official sponsor of the FIFA World Cup 2026.
Holy smokes, Woody.
Big event, Joe.
That was a mouthful right there, bro.
Big event. Big one.
I had to give you a bro on that one.
Yeah.
That was, woo!
Everyone
that was
wants
strong.
A piece of the soccer,
that
man.
was strong, man. Yeah, oh yeah, the World Cup is rolling. First of 7 games. They're fun, man. They're fun to check in on, and can't wait till it's a little better matchups of some of the big teams and see if this USA team is as good as a 4-1 win they just had, as they are heading now up to Seattle, and we'll see how that goes. All right, so anyway, we've got the other story that I didn't touch on now that the playoffs are over for the NBA, and that is this, and I know it's getting old. I know, but I also know it's very important, this Giannis Antetokounmpo trade. We know he's going to get traded. Some people are accusing the Milwaukee Bucks of jerking everybody in the league around right now. And remember, this happened right before the trade deadline. They're like, teams started pulling out, going, "Oh no, they're just jerking everybody around here. They're not even serious about it." And everybody was hanging in there, and I guess they're going, "Oh, hey, you guys, pretty good offer. We're going to keep them, but hey, man, we are real close with you." So now the Heat are all over this. Hey, man, I know they are. I think from the beginning they made it clear they want him. It sounds now like they're saying that he wants to be here. So we'll see. And then obviously Milwaukee's trying to get some other teams interested to see if they can't get a better offer. But I don't know what good it does if Giannis goes, "Nah, I don't want to go there, man. I won't sign a new deal. I got 1 year left. I'll play, but I won't re-sign with you." So I'm guessing with Giannis in this just 1 year left before he signs the 4-year, $275 million, which the Heat have already agreed to. I'm guessing. I don't know who else is out there. I don't know if anybody's jumped in this party. People are saying Boston's still involved, and there could be a 3-team trade, and Jaylen Brown could get moved as a big piece in this to get it done. And now I see Tyler Hero. Does this happen every year to Tyler Hero, where he gets off social media because he blocks the Heat? Is that the way of saying you're kind of upset? Is that what people do?
Yeah, you start unfollowing. You know that, yeah.
Yeah, well, he does it every year.
Yeah, the unfollow,
yeah. Yeah, I'm done following you.
I know you're not a big fan of that move.
I'm not. It's got a little bitch move to it, to me.
It's got a little teenage girl feel to it, right?
Yeah,
yeah.
Like, hey, man, I think Tyler Hero's been really good, a really, really good player. He played 33 games, and that's it. And we know the Riley thing about staying healthy, and Pat also knows, like, Tyler Hero didn't get hurt on purpose, and he was slow coming back, and then he had some setbacks, and he end up playing less than half of the season. And so the same names are out there. I saw Jaime Jaquez said, "Hey, this is part of the NBA." And, when you're here, you kind of know. what's going on and how everybody feels about Khalil Ware and all these other guys, that 13th pick in this draft as well. And so I don't know, man. I have no idea. I see guys, saw Windhorst said he thinks Miami's still the front runner to get this done. But, man, I mean, it could go right up to the draft, I guess, right? Because the draft will. So if that's part of the deal, Milwaukee's going to want to make sure it's the guy they want to get. So, but it's frustrating to go through this, man. This is, and I think without saying a word, it's pretty obvious. The Heat have been the one team consistent since the trade deadline during the season. They've been the team that said, we want them. We want them. We want Bam and Giannis playing together. Now, what else do you want? You take. And Tyler Hero's name's always pops up. Usually, Khalil Ware is the second name that pops up with this stuff. So, I don't know, man. Anyway,
it's just funny, and I see things popping up on social media all weekend, and there was like a doctor they said is affiliated with the Celtics, and he was tweeting, welcome, to Giannis to the Celtics, and there's all these just like writers and different people that come from out of nowhere, and they have sources inside the team, and it's very strange, man. The amount of rumors that
there
pop
is
up.
so much. There is so much. If you were to, you could literally, because everybody's trying to break this story, and everybody's trying to get out in front because that's what happens in today's world. But we got Giannis loves it down here, and Giannis has told the team, I prefer to play in Miami. And then other people are saying, well, he'd be interested in Boston. And, hey, don't count Oklahoma City out. They could change their mind. I'm like, what are you doing, man? You're one game from getting to the big party again. So I don't know. I truly don't know, but it would be a great get to get him no matter what you have to give up, just to have the 1-2 of a Bam and Giannis playing together and then build it from there. And what you're able to keep. And, they're not going to take every one of your former draft picks.
The Boston thing is really interesting, though, right? Because who knows if they've actually made an offer, including Jaylen Brown.
I think most people
I can't imagine that they did, because I think Jaylen Brown is significantly better than anything he can offer, clearly.
Jaylen Brown, I think everybody thinks he's going to be staying with the Celtics.
And
they're going to be one of the favorites. They're going to be one of the 3 or 4 favorites again.
Yeah, but Jaylen Brown has also proven that he can be a number one.
Yeah.
Like, that's the difference. It's almost like a James Harden, like OKC thing, right? Like, he wants to go be a number one somewhere.
Yeah,
but he could do that in Milwaukee.
Well, he got his money already, so we know it's not.
It's
not about money.
But he may decide, I want to be a number one somewhere. But if he also finds out that the Celtics are trying to trade him,
I'm just going to tell you, you can go put up big numbers somewhere that on a team that's not very good, and you will be miserable. I think we have found out there's been a lot of guys that have taken money in all these sports only to be miserable and going, wow, I sure missed the team I was just on. We did a lot of winning. We did things the right way. We played, and now I'm on this team. I find out these guys are selfish and don't play together. That was that's one of the knocks on this Milwaukee team too. That was just a bunch of selfish guys did their own thing, and the frustration there. So just better be careful, man. When you decide,
seems like it'd be very surprising, right? That
you want to go be a number. You want to go be a number one somewhere, and you're looking and even sometimes you're going, that guy's going to be really good, and you get there and you find out, this guy doesn't have the right work ethic, or he doesn't care. He's late, just not into it, not putting in the work. And you're going, we're in trouble, because my guys in Boston, they work their ass off. I mean, that team.
I mean, you can make the case Jaylen Brown's the better asset than Giannis, right? I mean,
healthier.
He's healthier. He's younger. I mean,
he is younger by a couple of years too. Yes, you're right. But hey, man,
you could certainly make the case that he's.
But you get Giannis for a full season, or close to it.
Yeah,
60-something games.
Jaylen Brown put together a hell of a year, though.
I'm not
without
taking.
his,
Hey,
without his
man, you
partner
can't
over
take
there.
anything away from him. I totally agree with you. Totally agree. What he did and shots he hits and yeah, he's worked hard on his game. I just have trouble. You finally get these two guys. Why wouldn't you? Unless it's just horrible. Unless it's just we can't play together. One of us got to be a 1 and one's got to be a 2. But man, if it's about winning and they've tasted the winning together, why would you not want to keep that going? Why would you not want to keep when everybody talks about is championships? You know, I heard something that was really refreshing. Speaking of Jalen Brunson, I think everybody's had a chance to realize that he took $113 million discount for the team. Didn't care. They asked him, hey, do you have any regrets? You could have had a lot more money. And they asked him again. He goes, no, man, this is what it's about. I'm happy with the amount of money I got, and I'm really happy about going not only deep into the playoffs, but winning a championship and playing with this group of guys, and I'm glad. Now, I'm not saying you're going to get – that's not going to be your normal. That's not the norm, what Jalen Brunson just did. But it's kind of refreshing, just another reason to really like the guy. When you find out the amount of money that he gave up, that he could have had. And his whole story, coming as a second-round pick, was he 33rd guy taken in by Dallas and what he's been able to do. And, hey, man, he's one of the clutch shooters in the game, period. You can't play any bigger games than he played on the road and at home. And he was – most nights it was him. Most nights it was – you go back and look at the big shots that were hit, and late in the fourth, it was Jalen Brunson, including 45 points and a closer. In a closeout game on the road in San Antonio, 45 points. I mean, man, you start talking about great performances, and there's been a bunch. Don't get me wrong. We've had, guys, their lives have changed by the way they've played in the finals of the NHL and NBA. And then just when and baseball as well as a Super Bowl and how you played in an AFC or NFC championship game right into a Super Bowl. Hey, man, I'll give you one here. A.J. Dewey. You say A.J. Dewey and people go, oh, the Jets game, 3 interceptions and 1 for a touchdown to get the Dolphins to the Super Bowl. That was his game. His game. A.J. Dewey. People looked at A.J. Dewey different, and he was a really good player. But, man, that you mark one of those guys up against playing the Jets for a third time in the same year, and they had a really good football team, obviously, to get to that game as well. But, yeah, you have one of those games, man, and things change, no doubt about it. All right, so we got to go to break. I'll tell you what, man, Max Meyer and Paul Skeens. Paul Skeens wasn't bad either, by the way. 6 innings pitched, 10 strikeouts, but gave up a couple of solo home runs. And Max didn't need much, man. He was outstanding, and he got a great defensive play. I know we don't talk on talk radio about great plays in the outfield. I don't know how many people had a chance to see the highlight or see it while the game was going on. Jacob Marcy out in center field made an unbelievable catch in the gap between right field and center field with the bases loaded and 2 outs. That thing gets by him and goes to the fence. That's 3 runs, and they're going to lose that ball game. They're going to lose that ball game. Just a great defensive play by him. All right, we got to go to break, man. We got a lot of stuff. Hey, happy Monday morning to everybody out there. Hope everybody's doing great as we still got a lot of stuff going on. We have a little bit of Dolphin stuff, not a lot, and usually stirred up by Omar. I do give him credit now. Now everybody's picking up Omar stuff. This is Omar's at his best. God bless you, Omar. Anyway, I want to tell you about Baptist Health South Florida. When it comes to injuries, boy, it sure is nice to have one of the best sports medicine programs in the country right here in our backyard. You don't have to go anywhere. I don't care how much money or how famous you are. I mean, you can go wherever you want, but you don't need to leave town. Not with the specialists that they put together. Next time somebody in your family gets injured or you get injured, you know how this thing works. You're super active and very competitive. You're going to get injured in team or individual sports. My age down to kids, it happens, man. It's part of it. Where do the pros go? Enter Miami, the Heat, the Panthers, and the Miami Dolphins. All trust those great doctors at Baptist Health South Florida. They put together one of the great sports medicine programs with specialists. You got to have great specialists. You got to have great facilities. You got to have great team doctors all working together. And boy, nobody does it better than what Baptist Health South Florida has put together. And they do a lot of different things, but this sports medicine program is a top dog, man. Knee, shoulder, foot and ankle, hand, back specialists, hip and knee replacement doctors, Achilles, everything you've had and you've been injured with, and you're going, hey, who's seen this? Those doctors at Baptist Health South Florida see it every day. They operate on it, they fix it, they rehab it, they do everything for you with 3 great facilities to go to, like Doctors Hospital in Coral Gables, Hard Rock Stadium right next to the training facility of the Miami Dolphins, and 595 and Pine Island in Plantation. All you have to do is visit baptisthealth.net/ortho. One go every day for everybody. Get you back out playing the sports you love the most.
We will be giving away a 4-pack of Marlins tickets today. We'll see the Giants on Father's Day. Father's Day coming up here this weekend. So we'll be giving those away. We'll let you know as we move through the show how you can win those. If you are just waking up with us here, some headlines to get you really quick. The Marlins take 2 of 3 from the Pirates. They got one yesterday by a final of 4-2. That gets them back to 500 on the season. Miami's going to head over to Philly now for a 3-game series. We'll have our first pitch tonight at 6:40 from Citizens Bank Park. Catch the game here, of course, on QAM. The Carolina Hurricanes shutting out the Golden Knights. They win the Stanley Cup, and we have World Cup action for the first time here in Miami, Joe. At
we got a lot
Miami
going.
Stadium, not Hard Rock Stadium.
No Hard Rock. No Hard Rock Stadium. Miami Stadium for the week. I do like they put in parentheses Hard Rock Stadium so everybody knows it's not some other stadium around like nobody knew. It was lit up, man. It was beautiful this morning coming in. They had I don't know if you ever noticed, but if you get and you come into work and it's dark, you probably figured this out by now. Stadium puts up when they have events going that night, they really light it up nicely with the lights over the top of the stadium. For what that's worth, that's where my life is. And as I'm driving in, listening to little music, and I get to see that. I go, oh, got a little something going on tonight here at the stadium. And first of 7 World Cup games to get to. All right, so I got to do this. And our podcasters, our Dolphin podcasters, and everybody else, look at they've got about 5 weeks. Got about 5 weeks. What would you say? Roughly 5, maybe almost 6 weeks, where the players are off and coaches are on vacation. And so now, and it's called jump the gun on what you saw, but it also is you got to fill some space. But some of you, and I don't want to go at it with the whole quarterback thing again between the two guys because it's not up for debate on the two guys who are going to be your 1 and 2 quarterbacks. Everybody knows Quinn Ewers and Malik Willis, the two guys I'm talking about. And Malik Willis, the new guy, Quinn Ewers here, and Quinn had a really, really good camp. He did. And Malik had mostly good camp, but he threw a couple of picks in there that I saw, and I wasn't there at every practice during the OTAs and the mini camps. But so I was going through Dolphin news just to check, and I see like concerns about Malik Willis, and I go, ooh, okay. So off of OTAs and minicamp, again, where you're doing everything, you're seeing everything, and listen, I mean, I could see some things that he's got to work on with the new offense and not looking down receivers and some things, but the panic button, if that's what this is coming out of camp, out of again OTAs and mini camps. I don't know what the total amount of practices was, roughly, what was it, 10, 12, whatever total days. Just jumping the gun a little bit on this Malik Willis thing. Learning the offense. And there's no question he was back there in either one of two things. He was either waiting for somebody to get open and he didn't like it, or he wasn't sure where to go with the ball. And a couple guys on the outside, we had 1-to-1. He zeroed in on who he wanted to throw to, which is a big no-no to let your eyes. Those safeties will just suck that ball right down if you start looking where you're going to throw it. So I'm not saying it's perfect, but, man, this should be a conversation we're having about 2 weeks into camp in summer, or 3 weeks into camp when we start getting into practices with other teams, which we're finding out are going to be very important, or the first quarter of games where Malik is going to play, the first quarter of the preseason games. But, man, I just calm down a little bit here before we start deciding. And it was all Malik Willis. There was no mention of, the receivers and, we got to get some guys to get open and hold on to the ball and those things. It was just about Malik not doing it. And the other thing is when we start and we put pads on and it all counts, he's got a weapon that we haven't had here. It's not a shot that we haven't had here in the last 5 or 6 years. We have not had here. And that is a quarterback that can take off and keep plays alive when things break down and you're man-to-man down the field and a guy can get outside the pocket and take off and run for 20 yards. Hell, we haven't had a guy here could run for a first down, whether it's 2 yards or 5 yards or 8 yards, and it's not a shot, it's a fact. You can look at the numbers. So before we decide that Malik Willis is not going to be very good or there's concern, I get it, man. I would have loved to have had him come in here and look like it has with the two guys we just had running around. We got a little spoiled with unbelievable. I mean, people are coming to camp and Tyreek Hill is running by everybody. And it was the greatest 3 years ago when Tyreek Hill put up the big numbers. Was that his first year? Maybe 3 years ago. When he got here, it was the most impressive camp I've ever seen. I've never seen a guy dominate camp like Tyreek Hill's here. Been going to these forever. Been going since 1980 when we were running around. I have never, even with the guys I played with, I've never seen a guy running wide open all over the field like Tyreek Hill. And I don't mean by a step. I remember he's playing against the Eagles were in for a practice. I think it was the Eagles. And he tells the guy he's bump and run to start one-on-one drills. He says, I'm going to run right by you, man. And he did, makes adjustments. And by the way, the guy on the other side who we traded, Waddle, another guy, had his moments where he just dominated practices too. So we don't have that. We don't have that right now. So not everything's going to be perfect when you lose all this money. A lot of it's tied together. I still believe Malik's going to do a lot of good things, but I'm at least going to wait and see. Now, listen, man, if he plays poorly, I'm not going to come in and try to sell you a bill of goods like, oh, don't pay attention to what you saw in the game against the Raiders. No, that's what we're all watching, man. Or, hey, he played in, a little concern last game, preseason, and he didn't look real comfortable. And, okay, then we start talking about this stuff.
That would be very concerning, by the way, if he's not the guy, like if he can't play and he's just running around out there and looks lost.
No, I would agree.
It would be very, very concerning because they have, they vouched for this guy, right?
They went all in on him, yes.
Yeah.
They came in almost with him. It was almost like the three of them. There was just a little break, right? The GM and then the head coach, and then here comes the quarterback, and they go, yeah, we knew that was our guy.
Yep. They made a big offer.
No question. But you can't decide what he looks like in OTAs and minicamp.
No.
And by the way, there's been a lot of guys, including 13, that would try something and try to rip one in and try to make a guy look bad between the safety and the corner. I mean, guy so picks in practice. They're trying things, And again, I know Malik wasn't trying to throw any picks. Didn't see some guys probably. I don't know if a guy broke the wrong way, again. But he's got to keep working on the timing, which is part of the article too. You got to keep working on the timing. Malik's got a pretty good idea who he's going to be throwing to. I got a pretty good idea. It's just a matter of how quickly the Kevin Colemans and some of those guys can get caught up, and then obviously also Bell, if he can play in the second half of the season, would be huge. I don't know if they've made a decision. I know they have made a decision on whether he's going to play in the second half of the year or not. I mean, that's going to be a decision made by the doctors that at Baptist Health, along with the trainers, and then the head coach will have to decide on what he hears. But I'm guessing they want to try to get him out there for 2 months at least of the season. Love to get him out there for the last 8 games if they could. Hey, we got 7 o'clock hour coming up here, man. We got all kinds of stuff. I got to tell you, man, I'm not a New York fan, but I really like this. This team was easy to like. The New York Knicks and Jalen Brunson and the rest of the teammates were really easy to like. The way they talked, the way they played, as a team. Just incredible run they went on. One of the best we've seen. End up winning that series in 5 games, and just a great road team as well. Had to come back. It seemed double digit in every friggin' game, and just had so much confidence doing it with one of the clutch players we've ever seen, and Jalen Brunson in his 45 points. We'll have more on that coming up here, but before we do, and we get into the second coffee that I just poured myself. Sorry about that, Woody. Took a little while to get that thing going. Hey, I want to talk to you about Super Sure. Yeah, when you sign your insurance policy, for some brokers, that's the finish line. Handshake, commission, done. Then you may not hear from them again until it's time for the renewal. Your business runs all year, and so do the gaps and the risk. And that's why I'm introducing Super Sure. If your company has more than 25 employees, whether you're the owner, CFO, or HR manager, it can be too complex to just buy a policy online. Super Sure is the super agency built for you, licensed in every state for your business insurance and employees benefits, all with your year-round support for you and your team. At supersure.com, you can access tools to the fine print facts, which translates your current policy into plain English so you see what's covered and what's not. Plus, a business value calculator so you can estimate what your business is worth so you know what actually needs protecting, right? Go to supersure.com. One super agency, one powerful platform. All your policies in one place. Go to supersure.com. That's supersure.com, paid for by Supersure Insurance Agency, LLC, a licensed insurance agency.
This is WQAM-FM and HD1 Miramar, Miami, Fort Lauderdale. WQAM-AM Miami, an Odyssey sports station. The home of champions. Home of the five-time national champion Miami Hurricanes. The back-to-back Stanley Cup champion Florida Panthers. The three-time NBA champion Miami Heat. Miami Hurricanes basketball. And now, the new home of the two-time World Series winner Miami Marlins.
Powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys.
Call 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
This update is brought to you by Doral Kia. In Miami at a Domino's game, you always find your Abuelito, and when you want a low price, you save with your Pricito. Save now their Pricito with Doral Kia. Starting with the Marlins, who took 2 of 3 from the Pirates after a 4-2 win yesterday, which gets them back to 500. Miami will now head over to Philly for a 3-game series. Tonight's first pitch is at 6:40 from Citizens Bank Park. The game can be heard right here on WQAM. In the NHL, the Hurricanes shut out the Golden Knights 3-0 to win the Stanley Cup. And today is the first World Cup match in Miami with Uruguay taking on Saudi Arabia. Kickoff is at 6. Time for weather, brought to you by Tornado Roofing and Contracting, replacing roofs, roof repairs, maintenance, and hurricane impact windows and doors. Visit tornadoroofing.com. We have a heat wave coming in, Joe.
All right.
It's going to be hot.
Yeah.
No, like extra hot this week.
Extra hot.
It was hot. Over the weekend, it was going to be extra hot.
Oh, no,
today.
it's like,
Yeah.
so we got hot, and you go, boy, it's really hot. And you go, oh, my gosh, it's like really hot. Yeah, man. I've been enjoying the sweat out there, but you're right. It's brutal out there. There's no question about it. All right, so, hey, speaking of the Marlins, how about they made their way back to 36-36 on the season? Incredible. Once again, turnaround. 10-2 in their last 12 games, going to Philly. It'll be a fun 3-game series, see what happens there. They got a couple of sweeps. Took the Rays and the Pirates 2 out of 3 each, and here they are playing a lot better and coming up with great pitching. Max Meyer, 7-0. I never thought if they said one pitcher is going to go to the All-Star game for the Marlins, you would have said Sandy Alcantara, period. That was it. And right now, it's Max Meyer. Max Meyer's the one. 7-0 on the season, ERA 2.75, 95 strikeouts. He and Otto Lopez have just been unbelievable. And, again, it's not sexy to talk about, but when you see a guy make a play, make a catch, like Marcy did out in center field with 2 outs, bases loaded in the gap, saves 3 runs. No question. He dives and it gets by him. All 3 guys. Well, first of all, when the ball's hit, they're all running with 2 outs. But, man, you're going to clean the base. I don't know. There you make an argument, maybe an inside the park home run. I don't know about that. But 3 were going to score. And he just comes out of nowhere, too. The ball stayed up in the air a little bit longer in the gap and just makes a great diving catch. And right center, just a gorgeous play. So, again,
it really is remarkable. Like, we're over 70 games in a season. Like, it's one thing to get off to a fast start. I played some bad teams to start, but you're at 500 over 70 games in with the amount of money you're spending.
Yeah, that's a nice story.
You got teams that are spending 4 times as much.
So you know,
right?
The crazy part is the only team you're ahead of right now is the Mets.
Yeah.
Braves off to a
we'll
great
see how
start.
Things are going after these next 3 games, Joe.
Yeah.
They got the Phillies here. They're
Phillies,
right in it. So
Phillies got off to a horrible start, but they hired Don Mattingly and they started playing better.
You get 2 or 3 in this one here. Then you got the Giants next. Like, you got a chance to keep this thing rolling.
Giants are struggling. Yeah.
So I hear from you. Yeah.
Hate to say it. Giants are struggling. And they spend money. They do spend. They're just problem. They can't get guys that want to go out there and play.
You know what the crazy thing about this Marlins franchise is that maybe if they actually spent a little, maybe they could be, I don't want to say competitive because they are competitive, but maybe they would compete at a higher level.
They hope to be when this new agreement gets done, because they're going to pound that. They're going to
good luck with that.
Pound the same system that everybody else is running with a salary cap, and you're right.
Yeah, I don't know how that's going to go.
That's got lockout written all over it by
that sport cannot afford a lockout.
No, another one would not be good.
Those are death blows to sports, man. Those lockouts.
Out for the year. Good God. Yeah.
Remember how bad the hockey one was? I was in Tampa then, and like the Lightning had just won the Stanley Cup, and they had the lockout, and I just remember it was just so bad. The TV contracts start to suffer, and
the baseball one took a while to come back too. Yeah. Maybe not in the big markets.
Well, because fans get pissed off, man. No one wants to hear about this crap. No. You know, it's our escape from our stuff.
Yeah, they go.
And these guys are making $1 zillion to play sports, and it's like,
well, anyway, let's enjoy what they're doing now, because it's going to be a long one. It is going to be a long, tough, brutal collective bargaining agreement to get this next one done. There's no question about that. Hey, we got this Giannis Antetokounmpo story going on. Anthony Chang will join us, Miami Heat reporter for the Miami Herald. We'll talk to him a little bit about it, as that's next, man. We got the draft coming up here June 23rd. That's next week. And the Heat sitting there with that 13th pick if they have it. And we'll see what happens. And I'll tell you what, it just seems that the Heat, since day one, going back to the trade deadline during the year, has made it real clear they have gone all in trying to get Giannis Antetokounmpo in this trade. And now everybody's thinking, Milwaukee's just, again, playing with everybody, whatever you want to call it. And some teams are just like, I'm just not getting played by the Milwaukee Bucks. That's not going to happen. So we'll see. I know one guy affected by it that thinks it's going to happen is Tyler Hero. I see everybody's writing about his social media stuff that he has blocked the Miami Heat. But it's not the first time he's done this. And, Tyler's been a really good player. Tyler has been a real good player. He played 33 games, though, last year. And it wasn't his fault. Listen, nobody gets hurt on purpose. I say it all the time. But the fact is you played 33 games and came back from an injury that happened in the offseason and took a while to heal. So you missed the start. Then you got injured, a couple more times. So you end up missing a lot of games. And so Tyler's he wants to be here. I think all those guys do. Khalil Ware might be a guy, Woody, that's going, oh, hell no. I'd like a fresh start if I can be the starting center somewhere. I'd like that. And Jaime Jaquez, I'm not sure, but coming off a really good season off the bench there. So anyway, we go 8 days from the draft. A lot of people think this deal will get done with Giannis before that. So we're getting down to the countdown here to find out what's going to happen.
I think Ira said something pretty interesting when he was on Friday and goes, you look at this Knicks team that just won, and we were talking about this with the Spurs and how the Thunder need to try to compensate for Wemby, and they need to build a team that can beat Wemby. And it's like the Knicks are not a team that you're building like it's anything specific to go and beat them, right? Like the Knicks just put together a good group of guys and they found a way and it all clicked. But there's Jalen Brunson's a star, but man, if you talk about superstar talent on that team, like outside of him, pretty thin, right? Like, so you can put together a team.
But they're guys, you're right. What
and I don't know where you rank Jalen Brunson as far as like talent wise. Like, clearly the guy's clutch. Like he's cold when it comes.
He's one of the best players in the game. Don't do that athletic. You got to stop with the athletic. Like we did this last week on most talented quarterback versus Tom Brady. Like I get that there's guys more talented physically than Tom Brady, can run better, throw it longer and all that. But Tom Brady is like, he's it. He's a guy. And Brunson's that guy too. Like Brunson is one of the best players. He just hit 45 points and throughout the playoffs hit more big shots than we've seen maybe since Michael Jordan.
He did. He was clutch. He was clutch in the playoffs.
And you're getting caught up because he doesn't go up and dunk it and take it off and and he goes to the basket and I get he doesn't, but he throws it up, knows it just great feel whether he's going to the basket.
I think you look at the team that just won it all and you got to think, man, we can assemble a team that can hang with that.
Well, they got all those guys at times, those other guys have all had their moments, and they seem to hit big shots when they need to. And I think Brown's got a really good feel for what he has. I don't think why would you change anything on that team? Like, I'm going to keep Towns, aren't you? He didn't score in the last game, but still had his rebounds. And
yeah, I don't see them making any major changes to that roster.
I just and by the way, this Knicks team, what a likable group of guys right across the board.
Yep.
Just even their interviews after this thing was over, to stay up and listen to their interviews. And Brunson didn't even say anything. He barely could get anything out
very
about
quiet
hugging your dad. Like, what's it like to go? I mean, his face said it all. He didn't need to say anything. You know, he didn't have to go, this is for you, New York, and all those things. Which, by the way, that parade on Thursday is going to be wild. That's going to be big time, what they're able to do. I am curious, though, to see what does happen, though, this offseason with all these teams. If you're Oklahoma City, do you change anything?
Well, you got a guy there that had a little bit of a problem in the postseason.
He did.
But I think there's two guys that had disastrous postseasons.
He was one.
Chet Holmgren and De'Aaron Fox. De'Aaron Fox looked like he was shaving points out there. Like, he was so bad in that series.
So he got injured in a series early, and they're saying that was part of it.
He could have sat, Joe.
Yes,
First of all, it would have been better off if he sat. But he's in the fourth quarter of that game. Like, he's trying to shoot himself out of a slump in the middle of the regular season.
And he should have been on the bench.
I mean,
right.
like,
I
get it. You want to ride with your guy. Like, you paid him a lot of money. He's there. Like, you don't want to, throw him on the bench.
Clearly,
you'll kill his confidence should that have gotten to another game. But, man.
Clearly, their best player in that last
someone
game.
else to shoot.
Dylan Harper. He's unbelievable.
Yeah, Fox just kept driving, launching. Like, he was I'm going to shoot myself out of this thing, I guess.
So, I don't know, man. But we got to give Brunson some credit, man. I mean,
I do. I give him a lot of credit.
Didn't sound like it the way it started.
He was great in the clutch. I just,
but
it's
That's
funny
when you
watch him play, you try to compare him to like the top players in the league. Because he doesn't fit that mold, right?
He's tough. He's a physical and he's a smart cat, man. He knows how to play. And if the biggest knock that Stephen A can find on him in that loss was he tries to do too much, that's the guy I want. I want a guy that says, hey, I don't need to say it, but you know it. This is my team. I'm going to hit the big shots. You screen for me. I'll knock down my free throws. I'll knock down the shots. And he did, right to a finals MVP.
Hey, let me ask you one quick one real quick before we go to break here. The play where Wemby steps under his foot.
Yeah.
Let me ask you about that. Any thoughts? Knowing that there was he was one flagrant foul away.
I looked at it a few times.
I called that earlier in the series.
I looked at it a few times.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm trying to look and going, ooh, part of that looked a little like on purpose. He didn't get out. You got a landing spot on
you don't think the refs were under mandate to not call flagrant foul on Wemby?
Would have been bad for business, to kick him out, and they win that game and go back to New York, and they're introducing.
I don't know any other way to justify something like that. The guy clearly extends his long ass leg right under the guy's landing spot. They called it earlier in the series. I think they called it on Brunson, if I'm not mistaken.
He did, because guys started doing that. Was Bruce Bowen one of the originals of that? I think Bruce Bowen's one of the guys that got
that's always been one of those
that.
dirty plays. Step under
where
the guy.
The guy takes it and you get right underneath him, where you're hoping he's thinking about coming down on your ankle instead of making the shot. And guys do pop their ankles a lot. That's why they put that call in. All right. I don't know, man. We don't have to worry about it now, Woody. It's already done. Hey, let's talk about Mike Ocasio at Choice Mortgage this morning on a Monday, man. I just want to let you know. I'm talking about Mike Ocasio at Choice Mortgage. This guy, it's about great service. It really is. When you need a mortgage, it's about great service and getting you approved, getting everything done. And whether you're a first-time home buyer and you need low rates and you're sitting there, very little money down, he's put together a great program for first-time home buyers. He really has. I mean, we're talking about tops. He gets you approved about half the time of the big banks. Reverse mortgage is more popular than ever in today and everything everybody's going through. If you and your spouse are 62 or older, you qualify. All that equity in your home, you've been living in the same house forever. Hey, man, you need to find out all about it. Talk to Michael Kotze, one of the many specialties he has. Debt consolidation, you need cash. HOA costs going up. Insurance is rising. All of a sudden, you're in that condo and you're going, oh, my God, I can't afford to live here. I'm supposed to be retired looking at that Atlantic Ocean, and I'm in a mess. Call Michael Kotze at Choice Mortgage. The man has no life. He's always working 7 days a week. Call or text him, 561-441-2730. It's 561-441-2730. 30 years of experience. Go to Google reviews on the web. That's Choice Mortgage Reviews, and find out what Michael Kotze can do for you. There's a reason he's been in business and successful for so long. Great work, whether you need to call or text him. Get it started today. MLS 166254. Rates and terms subject to change. Daily without notice. He's an equal housing lender.
WQ
special events in the area. That's Traffic. Amalia Escobar on FM 104.3, and you can listen to WQAM on the Odyssey, iHeartRadio, and TuneIn apps.
Couple things before we get back to it here, Joe. First, weather brought to you by Tornado Roofing and Contracting. Storm season is coming. Make sure your home is ready. Get your free roof and window estimate today. Visit tornadoroofing.com. It's what's that song about the heat wave? That's what's coming. I didn't say that very well, but we got a heat wave coming.
Guess what, man?
Not an official heat wave, but a very hot.
It's middle of June. It's going to be hot.
Hydrate accordingly.
Hydrate. Electrolytes. Take those electrolytes, man.
We have Marlins tickets to give away. Father's Day is coming up here.
Yeah.
You
got 4-packs to give away.
We got 4-pack. The Giants are coming to town.
Oh, everybody wants to see the San Francisco Giants.
Yeah. You got your family coming up with some big plans for you here for Father's Day?
No.
They're going to take you out?
No.
No, you don't. Nothing for.
No.
I'll talk to your daughters. Let's see if we can't get something set up here, man. Come on now.
I know.
We got to get something.
You think there'd be a little San Francisco Giant love, don't you?
You want to go to the game? Is that what you want for Father's Day? We can set that up. We'll set that up for you.
Trying to get me out there, huh?
Yeah, and then we got a big event coming up here, Joe. You can celebrate the summer of soccer with WQAM this Friday at our home at the Citadel in Miami, starting at noon. Every hour, one lucky fan gets a shot to win up to $10,000 in our Soccer Kick Challenge. You can enjoy complimentary global food samples from Wild Fork, Cafecito from La Llave, Rooftop Vibes with Al Capone, and you can meet Heat legend Udonis Haslem aboard the Hard Rock Bet bus. Plus games, giveaways, prizes, match day excitement. Come for the soccer, stay for the vibes. The summer of soccer at the Citadel in Miami, Friday at noon, is sponsored by Michelob Ultra, the official beer of the FIFA World Cup 2026, by La Llave Smooth Espresso, by your South Florida Chevy dealers, Al Capone Sweet Hand-Rolled Cognac Cigars, Wild Fork Neighborhood Meat and Seafood Market, Hard Rock Bet Sportsbook, and Verizon, an official sponsor of the FIFA World Cup 2026.
Wow, holy smokes.
Big event.
So is this going to be up on top too? The top floor?
I think it's going to be all over the building, Joe.
Except this one with our
not inside the studios, no.
Yeah.
No, not physically inside, but
so we're going to have
presumably we'll have shows on at the same time.
Good,
so,
man. Good.
For people that are driving around. Have you been to Wild Fork? I know you don't grocery shop. I'm a big fan of Wild Fork.
So since you know that
there's one opening,
no.
I believe there's one opening right near us in Davie. I say us because I live up there now by you. But
so Woody, I have not been to a Publix in so long. If you ask me,
okay,
I haven't. But then I go to California, and my dad's slowing down.
So you did the grocery shopping?
I did.
Nice. What do they have up there? What's the grocery store?
Safeway.
Oh, okay, I know those.
You do?
Yeah.
I think Safeway's in a lot of different states too.
Yeah, they had them in when we went to Colorado.
And then they have these things called the Walmart and Costco.
Costco's a little bit of a.
It's just too much.
It's very crowded there.
So no, but
stuff,
it's just him. So it's.
Yeah, I always get very overwhelmed when I go into Costco because there's just so much stuff.
Can I just say this to everybody out there? And I want to get into my family stuff. My dad's doing great still at 92, but he is really stubborn. For anybody that's gone through that last stage of, he lives by himself and he's still driving. I don't know if he should, but it's a small town. But he's fighting. He's fighting that help. Just to put it nicely, assisted living and everything else.
Seems like a lot of people do. Yeah,
I've looked at this place. I think you're gonna like it. It'd be great, man. I saw the food. Dad, looks great. You got your own room, man, and somebody do it. Nope.
Well, let me ask you: would you do it?
Huh?
Would you go live in a retirement home at some point? It's tough, man.
I get it.
Yeah,
no. I get it. I get it. That's why I paused. Hey, listen, at the end of the day,
you seem like you'd be stubborn too.
He didn't want to hear it.
Yeah.
Then he hears, all of a sudden, I don't think he can hear. I say something to my wife. She was with me for a few days. I said, I'm going to look at this place in Yuba City. And she goes, what do you do? I said, he can't hear. He heard. All of a sudden, the hearing aids were working on me, man.
Selective hearing, yeah.
Anyway, anybody out there going through it, man, just know you're probably not alone there fighting. It's just
Does anybody do it like that's not like stubborn about it though? Like, is it ever like
I don't know.
You go to like
That's
your
a great
parents, your
question.
grandparents, or whatever, and you're like, hey,
Say,
I think
hey,
it's
Dad,
time,
Dad, you're
and
by
they
yourself.
go, oh, that's a great idea.
You slow down. God, I thought you'd never ask. Can I go in there? So I know what he's thinking.
I don't think that happens.
I know what
often.
he's thinking. This is the last stop.
Yes.
I mean, I get it. I totally get it.
Well, it is the last stop,
It
unfortunately.
is. No. And I said, hey, man, the big TV goes with you. And no.
Yeah.
Then I go, no. And I checked, and you get the car. As long as you can still drive, you can leave and go, but you're coming back, and the food's ready to go, man. You don't have to make these sandwiches. And
it's nice for you because you wouldn't have to worry.
But
right.
So I don't know, man. I again, I talked to some of my buddies going through it, and they've had great experiences. And oh, you know what? I do. I can't say who it is, but yeah, because I talked to everybody about this, because everybody's got, in my age groups, if parents are alive, they're usually in their mid to late 80s into their 90s.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a fight. Now, recently, somebody just told me, no, she was pumped up. She loves the women there, and got a group of women and just loves it. I think, yeah, that's not, my dad already made up his mind. I think he saw his brothers and sisters who've all passed go through those places, and that's a quick no. Don't even ask me. You'll ruin your trip out here if you're telling me that. And I'm like, damn, okay, all right. Hey, man, I get it. Hey, we got a lot of stuff. Got a lot of sports. Congratulations, man, to you New York Knicks fans. And by the way, you got a real likable team, man. You got a real likable championship team. The 53-year championship drought is over. Another it was just the way they did it, too, on top of it. All right, we're down 14-15. All right, we're down 29. All right, we'll come back. And being able to do that against the best team in the West, which is a super talented team without the experience, pretty amazing. And then the way Jalen Brunson played, 45 points in that finals game. I guess MJ had that same number, Woody, in his last one. They're talking about MJ going for – was that the game he had the flu? He didn't finish that thing off.
The flu game?
Was that the flu game maybe? That
Might
game in Utah?
Yeah, that was definitely in Utah. Jalen Brunson down the stretch of those games was – and I don't know how much like you want to put on San Antonio calling them, that they choked those games away.
They got after people pretty good defensively. Like San Antonio, to the point you were calling them dirty and cheap.
They definitely are a dirty team, but they had leads in every single game. And they do that. ESPN does that like percentage to win thing. Yeah, they said if you would have bet like early on in the series for the Knicks on these comebacks, like on the live numbers, if you would have rolled $100 over, you'd be a millionaire.
Yeah,
I
believe it.
The comebacks were just, unbelievable.
Look at, man, I'm not going to get into, how good athlete and all that stuff. Jalen Brunson is one of the best clutch shooters that I've seen in a long time. And I know Steph Curry's had his moments, and the way Jalen Brunson played in that series, that team's not exactly full of a lot of firepower. Now, I know they put up some good numbers, and they've had different guys on different nights have had big games. But Jalen Brunson in the last quarter of games has just been unbelievable. Going to the basket, knocking down deep threes, just incredible. We got to go to break. Oh, my gosh.
I got to tell you something really quick here. I know we're a little late, but texter from 561 sent in. They want to do Joe Rose Day at the park. They want to get a vlog going. It's like a video, like a live something or other. They want you and Bo to tackle the 999 challenge. Are you aware of the 999 challenge?
No, what the hell is it? I don't even know what.
It's 9 hot dogs and 9 beers over 9 innings.
I can't do that.
Now, the way that Major League Baseball has done it, I guess, so that they don't kill anyone, is they're mini hot dogs and flight-sized beers. Now, I think you could. The problem would not be the beers; it would be the hot dogs.
Yeah,
I don't want to kill either you or Bo.
I'm not worried about the beers, but I would be a little bit. How many of those dogs? I'm trying to. I gotta be a little careful here at this age. The big one, hits me.
Yeah, we don't want to kill
big
Joe,
one.
but I do think it would be fun to watch.
I gotta tell you, Bo's got a steel stomach, man. I see what he puts on his hot dogs, and he eats hot dogs.
Yeah,
man.
you can't really eat hot dogs.
Bo's few years older than I am. Bo, like, he doesn't get heartburn.
Really?
I go, you put he's a chili dog. Like, he loads them up with all kinds of stuff and spicy. And I go, dude, you don't get heartburn? I get that deathly heartburn. All right, we got to go to break here, man. You got me sidetracked on that one. If you're looking for a truck that's built for Florida work and for Florida fun, head to your local South Florida Chevy dealers and check out the incredible Chevy lineup, starting with the Chevy Colorado. Is where capable meets comfortable, man. It's got everything you need for South Florida living, man. Colorado custom to the ZR2. It's got the right tools to really exceed your expectations. But let's get to the Chevy Silverado, from the custom Trail Boss to the Silverado EV, with 10 models and 4 powerful engine choices. Silverado delivers an impressive balance of strength, dependability, and efficiency. Now let's get to the big boys, the hardworking guys, the guys you can count on every day, just like you work hard till the job's done, 7 days a week, a month straight. Chevy Silverado HD, man. You can choose from the powerful LTZ with the premium style and substance to match, or go to the biggest of the big, Chevy Silverado HD High Country. So for your best Florida life, Chevy's got a Florida truck absolutely perfect for you. Visit your local South Florida Chevy dealers today. Together, let's drive.
If you leave, you know what you'll miss? Guaranteed laughs, lots of fun.
Road, affecting the off-ramp left lane. Also, traffic stacking up this morning in Miami-Dade, I-95 northbound from Northwest 125th Street to Northwest 151st Street. That's traffic. I'm Malia Escobar on FM 104.3, and you can listen to WQAM on the Odyssey, iHeartRadio, and TuneIn apps.
You're listening to The Joe Rose Show. This hour is brought to you by Baptist Health.
And now, it's time for Hollywood's headlines. Without further ado, here's Hollywood.
All right, Woody, what do you have for us here on a Monday?
Oh, Joe, I got some numbers from the carnage in New York City. If you saw the videos, it got a little ugly out there as New York celebrated their first championship in quite some time.
The spin is they're going, but it wasn't that bad if you think about the amount of people. Most people.
So I don't know if you saw this, but there was there were 5 school buses set on fire, and so there were videos.
5.
Yeah, just 5.
We just destroyed 5 buses and that's it. We call that a good year in New York.
Yeah, and like it reminded me of the scene from like The Dark Knight, you know, the Batman, where the Joker's driving in the school bus after he robs them. Like it's very, very bizarre stuff. So anyway, here are some numbers here for you, Joe. We had 63 people arrested, 4 stabbings, knife crimes, 5 school buses set on fire, and 5 damaged police cars, and 1 person shot.
Hey, but come on, man. After your team wins the championship after 53, you got to shoot somebody, or somebody's got to pay, and you got to go after a police. I mean, come on. That's not like, hey, I feel so good. What can I do? It can be violent.
Next time one of our teams wins a championship,
I'll never understand it.
Just bring a knife.
I'll never understand it.
Bring your knife.
I'll never understand where a guy gets so mad he starts fighting dudes in the stands and gets kicked out forever. I'll never understand it.
There were some wild ass videos that came out from that celebration, whatever you want to call it. I saw people's and it's really sad because they were saying these guys are their livelihoods are destroyed. The cab people were out, were standing on top of cabs, jumping up and down on them, and
jeez, I gotta laugh. 5 buses, school buses. Hey, come on, man, we gotta celebrate. Let's get one of those 5 buses. Which one you getting?
Good thing it's the summer. Can you imagine? The kids are waiting outside by the bus stop, to go to school in the morning, and they torched it.
The Knicks would have lost. Oh my God, doubled the amount of buses.
That's true.
Anyway,
true.
What else you got, Woody?
All right, Joe. More sad news here. The French Open men's final hit a 20-year low for viewership here.
I guess saw that
Alexander Zverev's win averaged just 1.3 million viewers across TNT. And
I saw that coming. I cannot lie. And I tried to protect it with the young people playing so great and the upsets. But when all the big names are out on both sides, that's a hard one. That's a hard one to they're out for a week, Woody.
So that was a 25% year-over-year decline going up against Alcaraz and Sinner from last year, which is obvious,
Joker got knocked out early by Fonseca. Yeah, it was just, that's a tough one.
The women's final did even worse here, Joe, hitting a low mark. Mira Andreeva's win. Andreeva, sorry. Over another player. I don't know. Did I even want to attempt this one? Maha. Is it Maha or Maja? Or Maja?
Whatever you want. It doesn't matter.
Schwalinska. That one drew just 826,000 viewers across TNT and True TV. That is down 44%. But again, last year you had Coco and Sabalenka. So
had a great match.
Tough, man.
So there's a little difference there. But you know what? A lot of them got knocked out early. And by the way, the Americans got wiped out again early. And so you're sitting there going, this isn't going to be must-see TV now. It's going to be a rough one, although it is beautiful over there.
All right, Joe, and our final one here. We had 2 men charged after the gear stolen from England's World Cup team ahead of their arrival in Kansas City. So we had a kind of a Tom Brady incident here with stolen gear. Did you see this one over the weekend?
No, I didn't.
So 2 people are are in custody now. The estimated value of the stolen stuff, $18,000. It says the gear was stolen at some point between their over-the-road transport from Florida to the arrival in Kansas City.
Tom Brady's
footwear, soccer balls. It said the theft did not include anything game critical.
I know one thing, that Tom Brady jersey, that was one of the shockers. Was it worth like $500,000? That jersey,
minimum, yeah. What was that? His last Super Bowl win, right?
Was it Tampa Bay or the Atlanta one?
Tampa Bay.
That Atlanta,
I don't know.
That Atlanta.
Maybe it was Atlanta.
Yeah.
I don't know. Brady stuff, whatever it is, it's all very, very valuable.
Keeps rolling.
I don't know if the Dolphins do this, because I've never traveled with them, but usually like the teams will keep like the essential stuff. Like they said it didn't include anything game critical. Like usually when you travel, like the teams will keep the jerseys and like stuff that you like absolutely need for the trip. They'll like keep it on them. So it's not like in the equipment truck or anything like that.
I think the night before, man, on the road, those guys have all that stuff set up, and then they go over in the morning. And but you got security at the stadiums. It's not like you can just walk through the stadium.
Well,
they got security all over those places.
It happens, bro.
No, I'm sure.
It happened down here. It happened with the Heat.
I'm sure you're right. I'm sure. I'm not saying it would be
Remember
impossible.
that guy got busted for stealing all that stuff from the Heat?
That's right.
You just had that down here.
What'd that guy get? Did he get a couple years?
No, I think he got a pretty decent sentence. He stole a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Grand theft, bro.
The cameras got him, right? Is that what ended up getting him, the cameras?
I think it was his greed that got him.
Greed got him.
Yeah.
All right. Good call. Hey, we've got Anthony Chang, Miami Heat reporter for the Miami Herald. We'll join with Anthony, get caught up with him on all this Giannis stuff and his take on the Jalen Brunson show, man. God, that's fun to watch, man. He was unbelievable. It's unbelievable. All right. Hey, listen, let's take a break. But before we do, I do want to talk about, what he's been talking about, how hot it is out there. Yeah, it's hot. And you know what that means? The old air conditioning unit is going to take a beating. Yep, because you guys turn up, my kids come over, and they decide they want it freezing. Drives me nuts, man. But bottom line is you're going to have air conditioning problems. And it's a dirty industry. It is. And it gets a bad reputation. Well, I got to tell you, President Melissa De Verona, Chill Zone Air Conditioning, family owned and operated, wants to let you know we do things a little differently. Like I take all the calls every day that come in. Melissa takes them and sets everything up, gives you a time when they can come out, what it's going to cost, what's the problem. I didn't have an answer for some of that stuff. I had no idea. It just wasn't working. But, man, I got to tell you, the service was fantastic. Michael came out, and he was great and on time. Let's start with that. On time, knowledgeable, knew what the problem was within minutes, had the piece the next day, the part for it, and bam, I was taken care of. That's what you get, man. No surprises. No, wait a second. The last guy said, I need a new air conditioning unit. Now you're telling me I don't. Listen, yeah, those kind of things are going on. I just recommend this before we get off to a bad start this summer. I want you to try Chill Zone Air Conditioning. Go to chillzoneac.com. You can call them 786-378-2778. But remember the name is Chill Zone Air Conditioning. Going to take great care of them. Tell them you heard it right here on 104.3 WQAM. Melissa and her team, they've been with her a long, long time. Those trucks have a lot of experience going out every day for any kind of service problems. You need a new air conditioning unit. They do it all for you at Chill Zone.
Brad Evans here to help you beat the Bulls.
Westwood, Tobin and Leroy, and Hot Crowder and Solana. South Florida sports lives here.
Powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys.
Call 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
This update is brought to you by Doral Kia in Miami. At a Domino's game, you always find your abuelito. And whenever you want a low price, you save with your Pricito. Save now with your Pricito at Doral Kia, starting with the Marlins, who took 2 of 3 from the Pirates after a 4-2 win yesterday, which gets them back to 500. Miami will now head over to Philly for a 3-game series. Tonight's first pitch is at 6:40 from Citizens Bank Park. And you can catch the game right here on WQAM. In the NHL, the Hurricanes shut out the Golden Knights 3-0 to win the Stanley Cup. And today is the first World Cup match in Miami with Uruguay taking on Saudi Arabia. Kickoff is at 6 o'clock. Time for weather, brought to you by Tornado Roofing and Contracting, helping keep your home and family safe when the storms roll in. Visit tornadoroofing.com for your free roof and window estimate. No rain in the forecast, but we are expecting a heat wave. Very hot temperatures out there, so stay cool. The Joe Rose Show continues now. And it is time to head out to the Toyota of Hollywood Hotline. Shop over 2,000 Toyotas on sale at one location. Toyota of Hollywood on 441 between Hollywood and Sheridan. ToyotaofHollywood.com. Joe.
All right, Woody. The Knicks get their championship after a 53-year drought. And we got other business to take care of. Anthony Chang, Miami Heat reporter for the Miami Herald, joins us. Anthony, thank you so much. First of all, bud, I appreciate you coming on. And you know what's going on here, brother. Giannis Antetokounmpo. I just got to ask before we get into all this stuff, how do you feel? You've been covering this story forever.
Yeah, it feels like the story never ends, right? But it does feel like we might get a resolution here in the next 8 days or so. Obviously, one of the Bucks owners says he wants to have clarity on the Giannis situation before, ahead of the draft, which is next Tuesday. For the Heat to make the trade, you would think it has to be before the draft so they can include the 13th pick. So I think we're going to get some clarity here in the next 8 days. So that's good. But yes, it does feel like we've been covering this story for not only months, years. I mean, you go back to 2020, 2021, when they tried to get Giannis then, and he signs the extension with Milwaukee. So this is like Kevin Durant, Giannis, those two guys. I feel like we've been covering pursuits of them for years now.
Hey, Anthony, the crazy part of this, if Giannis really wants to be here, I'm sure he's told the team, his agent has told the team, like, look, I know you got 1 year, but I won't re-sign unless I'm going to a team I want to, and I want to go play for the Heat. I saw some people have said, I think I heard Windhorst say that he believes this is where he wants to be. Do you feel that strongly about it, or do you think Milwaukee just goes, hey, man, we're just taking the best offer, and you're just going to have to suck it up?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like that's one of the missing elements of this entire story, right? Usually we see, whether it was Damian Lillard, something comes out that Miami is where he wants to be. We have not seen that definitively anywhere. We've heard rumblings, right, that he wants to be in Miami. We've heard some things that he wants to be in Boston. So is it only Miami? Is it Miami and other teams? I mean, that's kind of the missing element here. And yeah, I think that would obviously impact things if we find out today that he only wants to go to the Heat. That would change a lot. It doesn't guarantee anything, as you saw with Damian Lillard, right? He only wanted to go to Miami. He ended up in Milwaukee.
Right.
So at the end of the day, Milwaukee is going to make a deal that's best for them. But it does help the Heat if something were to come out that definitively he wants to go to Miami, because look, Giannis is basically a free agent next year. He has a player option. He could tell any team that trades for him, yeah, you could trade for me, but you're getting 1 year. So good luck. Right. So that would help Miami, but that has not come out yet. I don't know if that's because Giannis, like we know that he cares about his image in Milwaukee. He's a Bucks legend. Does he not want to, come out and say he wants to leave? Is that part of it? That's the mystery here, is why usually see in these stories you see preferred destinations for a player, and we have heard rumblings, but we haven't heard anything definitive yet.
Hey, Anthony, the other part of this, and I know the average fan doesn't want to hear this because the NBA guys make a lot of money. I don't care if they're bothered that they might be traded or not, but Tyler Hero, it seems to bother him, man. He shuts down. This might be a second or third year in a row where he shut down social media on the Heat, right? Said, no. I'm out of this with you guys. I'm tired of my name always being mentioned. it seems like he's starting to feel like he is going to get shipped out.
Tyler's been through this before, right? I feel like most summers of his career, whether it was James Harden, Kevin Durant, Giannis multiple times, Damian Lillard, he's been through this before. He has survived every trade rumor. I know that there's, he unfollowed the Heat on Instagram, and, everyone has a breaking point, right? Is this the trade rumor that gets Tyler fed up and is like, I don't want to deal with this anymore? Look, Tyler's a professional. I think he gets it. He has fun with it sometimes. Is he tired of being in trade rumors? Of course, right? You talk to Tyler, he's like, I'm used to this, but I wish I wouldn't be involved in trade speculation. But I think, look, if the Giannis trade doesn't happen and Tyler's on the Heat roster next year, he's professional, he's smart, he understands the business, he's been through before. I think he'll be fine. But yeah, it is. I'm sure it is frustrating for him that he has to deal with this again.
Anthony, is there a backup plan for some reason? If I feel good about this Giannis deal, I think I feel good about it. But if this doesn't happen, is there a backup plan with somebody out there that they might make a run at?
You hear the names Kawhi Leonard, right? But different guys like that. But I think you go back to what Pat Riley had to say in early May after the season, or in April actually, after the season ended. He mentioned the flexibility they have in 2027. I think if they don't get a star here, if they don't get Giannis or a Kawhi Leonard or Donovan Mitchell type of guy, they don't trade for that type of player in the next few months. I think, I don't know if fans don't want to hear this, but I think you could see, not running it back, because I know the Heat don't like that term, but you could see a similar team. And because they're not going to want to just make changes for change's sake and kill that flexibility they have in 2027, just for lateral moves. For an all-star type player, they will. But they're not going to just make lateral moves and sign guys to multi-year contracts, Norman Powell to a multi-year contract. They're not going to do that if it doesn't mean, they added an all-star talent. So I think they'll prioritize 2027 flexibility, kind of kick the ball down the road if they come up empty again on Giannis. Yep.
Hey, Anthony, besides Bam Adebayo, who we know they want to keep, is there any young guys that they'd really prefer in a trade to keep and offer anybody else? Would there be one or two guys that they'd like to lock in and not have to trade?
I think the two that come to mind are Pelle Larsson, right? He really had a great second NBA season, really good role player, kind of fits on any type of contending team as just a guy who you can plug into any lineup. Fits what how the Heat want to play, Heat type of guy, right? And the other guy is Kasper Siakachonis. Was 19, played really well as a rookie, right, in his limited opportunities. He shot the ball well. He has upside as a playmaker. He impressed defensively better than I think a lot of us expected. So he has really high potential. And he's on a rookie deal for 4 more years. That's very, very valuable in today's NBA with the CBA, how limiting it is. So I would say Pella and Kaspers, and obviously Kel'el Ware, but I think they've come to the conclusion that you're going to have to give up Kel'el Ware, right? If you get a Giannis, he's going to be in the deal, or any type of player of that caliber, he's going to be in the deal. So of the names they could keep in that type of trade, I would say Kasper Siakachonis and Pelle Larsson are two of the guys they would hope to keep out of the deal, but they might not be able to. We'll see.
Anthony, you covered it all year, the Kel'el Ware and Spo relationship. And I get whether he has mental breakdowns or it's the effort or something, because we see him certain nights. He looks unbelievable. He looks like, holy smokes, hitting shots from the outside, get you 14, 15 rebounds, blocking shots, and then he disappears, gets 10 minutes, and is at the end of the bench. What is that relationship like if Kel'el Ware is to stay here and Pat Riley's going, hey, you two, make it friggin' work?
It's a tough love relationship, right?
Yeah.
Kel'el Ware kind of joked about it in his exit interview with us in April. He said, we asked him, what do you need to work on this offseason? Because I need to get to work on my plus minus. Because that's what Spo has constantly kind of hammered down with him, is like, you got to be a positive out there, which I understand, right? Because sometimes we see Kel'el Ware have really big numbers and then his plus minus is a negative. Spo wants him to have a positive impact consistent, so I understand that. But Spo is tough on him. The coaching staff is tough on him. Bam Adebayo is tough on him because they know how good he can be, right? And does it frustrate Kel'el Ware sometimes? Of course. It frustrated Bam Adebayo when he was a rookie. So it's normal. I think it's fine. I think they both kind of get it. I think they'll make it work. But yeah, Spo is tough on him. There's no doubt about that.
Hey, so Jalen Brunson, that 45-point game. I thought this Knicks team was very likable to watch the way they played throughout these playoffs. What was your take on Jalen Brunson? And where do you stack him up with everybody else? We're talking about, I know he's not one of the great athletes in the league, but my God, man, he is just ultimate clutch.
He's a baller, right? Like, he's just clutch. One of the best scorers in the NBA, one of the best offensive players in the NBA. Is he a perfect player? No, right? He's not. Like, defensively, he's not great, right? But and he's not a super athlete like you mentioned. But as just a guy you want the ball in his hands late in the game in a clutch situation, he's that guy. You know, he's gonna find a way to put the ball in the bucket or draw a foul, and we saw that consistently in the playoffs. You know, there were some games in the finals he didn't play that well, but then in the fourth quarter he would come alive and lead a comeback and help the Knicks win the game. So he's one of the best players in the league by far. I think he obviously cemented that himself as a Knicks legend. I mean, arguably the best Knicks player ever, right? Just because of this playoff run. I always knew he was great. I always knew he was one of the best offensive players in the league. But I think obviously he raised his level even more just with this playoff run. Just add this to his resume.
You know what's amazing, Anthony? I'll let you go. Sometimes you just get the right chemistry of guys, and it just works. Everybody fits into their role. Guys coming off the bench, you kind of pretty good idea what you're going to get. And they just kind of put that together with a closer, a guy that says, I'll take it from here. But just it ends up chemistry. I wasn't sure of this about, I don't know, you saw him up close a few times, and he'd had some success against him. I was like, man, I don't know, the Knicks, they might have to make some changes. Now all of a sudden here they are with a dominant run and a championship.
Yeah, no, I didn't expect the Knicks to win, right? An NBA championship. Even as early as like 2 weeks ago, I thought the Spurs were going to win the championship. The Spurs and the Thunder seem like the two best teams in the league. But that just shows you, right? You need experience. The Spurs needed to go through heartbreak. They're a young team. The Knicks are more experienced. They got hot at the right time. And they had a guy you could give the ball to late in the game in Jalen Brunson, who could take over. And those are all key elements of a championship team. So, yeah, the Knicks, I think, surprised a lot of people, but they're talented. I mean, you look at the names on that roster: Jalen Brunson, Karl-Anthony Towns, OG Anunoby, Mikal Bridges. Like, those are really good players. They have a really good team, but they really started to put it together in the playoffs. Let's go back to that Hawk series.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Just amazing. Hey, real quickly, 13th pick, if they do keep it, you got any names you like there at 13 and what looks like it's a pretty deep draft, especially at guard?
Yeah, I like Axel Landenberg from Michigan, a forward. I know he's 24 years old and he's not the youngest prospect, but he just kind of fits the way he would like to play. Switchable on defense, smart, can play as a center, can play as a forward. He's one name that's kind of stuck out throughout the whole process. There's some mock drafts to have him picked ahead of the Heat. But he should be in the Heat's range, so we'll see if the Heat keep that pick, right, Joe? I think at this point, most Heat fans are hoping that they don't keep the pick and they can get Giannis.
I hope so, man. I hope so. We need a little spark. I know you feel the same way. Get
Sure.
everybody going again. Hey, Anthony, thank you so much, man, for coming on. I really appreciate it. Take care.
Of course, Joe. Anytime. Thank you.
All right, Anthony Chang, Miami Heat reporter for the Miami Herald, does a great job, by the way. Does a really, really nice job. All right, we've got to go to break here. We got more stuff to get to on a busy day. Congratulations, man. Sometimes you just have to say, hey, man, that was fun to watch, and that's a likable group. And that's how I feel about this Knicks team, man. That's how I feel. I stayed around to watch the interviews, man. I was like, I want to hear what everybody has to say, and class acts right down to the end, man. Celebrating and the whole deal. Just fantastic. Hey, hurricane season's here, so now it's time to call Loctite Impact Windows, Doors, and Roofing. Chev goes, hey, man, let me take care of it for you. The CEO over there said, I sure would like to take care of everybody, man. Their windows Hurricane Category 5 rated. Loctite Impact provides 100% financing with zero down, no interest, no payments for 1 year. That will help you. You got no leaky roof? Replace your old roof now. You can pay later. Also going to help you. Plus, 24/7 roof repairs. They got a team that does nothing but repair roofs because you decided right now you don't want to get a new roof, but you know this one needs to get you through hurricane season. Hey, they're out there ready to go for you, 24/7 ready to help you. The best part of Impact Windows, as low as $6 per month per window installed. Don't wait for the next storm. Get a deal of a lifetime today. Keep your home protected. Hey, one thing we don't know. We've been lucky the last few years with the hurricane thing, but you never know. Protect your home. Get the best products now. Whether you're in Dade, Broward, or Palm Beach, Loctite Impact is the name you need to know. They do it all for you from start to finish. Call 954-500-LOCK. They got a great staff ready to help you answer all your questions. LoctiteImpact.com for more information. Call them today.
Traveling in Miami-Dade, the traffic report is brought to you by the Casino at Dania Beach. Slow moving along the Palmetto southbound from I-75 to Okeechobee Road. Also dealing with delays this morning along Broward County. Slow moving traffic traveling along I-95 northbound from Davie Boulevard to Broward Boulevard. That's traffic. I'm Alia Escobar on FM 104.3, and you can listen to WQAM on the Odyssey, iHeartRadio, and TuneIn apps.
Joe, before we get back to it here, I'd like to tell people about our event, if you are okay with that.
Yes.
A big event coming
up.
Great
idea.
Yeah, just avoid Okeechobee Road because it is a little bit backed up at the moment.
It's a little Okie-like.
Yeah.
A lot of Okies on Okeechobee.
Celebrate the summer of soccer with WQAM this Friday at our home at the Citadel in Miami, starting at noon every hour. One lucky fan gets a shot to win up to $10,000 in our Soccer Kick Challenge.
Wow.
Listen to this, Joe. We got a lot of stuff here, right? Enjoy complimentary global food samples from Wild Fork, Cafecito from La Llave, Rooftop Vibes with Al Capone, and you can meet Heat legend Udonis Haslem aboard the Hard Rock Bet Bus. Plus games, giveaways, prizes, match day excitement. Come for the soccer, stay for the vibes. The summer of soccer at the Citadel in Miami, Friday at noon, sponsored by Michelob Ultra, official beer sponsor of the FIFA World Cup 2026. By La Llave, Smooth Espresso, by your South Florida Chevy dealers, Al Capone Sweet Hand-Rolled Cognac Cigars, Wild Fork Neighborhood Meat and Seafood Market, Hard Rock Bet Sportsbook, and by Verizon, an official sponsor of the FIFA World Cup 2026.
Wow. That's the way you get after it right there. Now, that's a World Cup party.
Did you see Levi's Stadium in San Francisco or Santa Clara or whatever? They put like a tarp over the Levi's logo, and it's shaped like Levi's, and it just says stadium like on top of the scoreboard because they got the big logo there.
I didn't know that. So
now I wonder inside Hard Rock Stadium if they've covered up, they got the big things inside too, the big Hard Rock logos.
Yeah.
Like, did they have to cover those up as well? I assume so.
Wow.
So Levi's, they sent out, they kind of leaned into it.
So what are they calling it? San Francisco Stadium now, or what? Santa Clara Stadium,
like
or
that. San Francisco,
whatever
maybe.
the city
California
is.
Stadium.
It would be Santa Clara there.
So anyway, so like they sent out on Instagram, they go, we're so happy to host, the World Cup here at Redacted Stadium. So they kind of leaned into it and made it good for their business.
That was our number one alum, Walter Haas. The owner of Levi Strauss for years, passed away, and I think they probably sold everything. But yeah, man, used to sit in a bus in the back of the bus. That was our guy. Everybody give the big guy at the school giving money was Walter Haas at Levi Strauss, man. Anyway, hey Woody, we've got that's great stuff. By the way, the soccer party is going to be huge, man. That's how you do it.
Well, UD is going to be here, so. Thinking about bringing my jersey out here.
Oh, come on, man. See, now, this is what you can't do. Can you just talk to him? Like,
no autographs?
No,
What if I say it's for the kids?
No, you can't do that, Woody. I'm asking you right now.
All right. I'm probably still going to do it. But it'll look nice on my wall.
Wow, you're amazing.
Yeah.
You never stop. Never stop on that stuff. Never.
The memorabilia game never sleeps, bro.
The Hard Rock app never stops either, brother, because I'm coming out. I got mine all jacked up, ready to go.
My USA bet is starting to look pretty good.
Calm down.
Starting to look pretty good.
I did hear somebody say, and again, I don't know very much about it. One of those guys on the show said this could be their best team. And I was like,
well, I knew that going in.
You did?
Of course.
I didn't know that.
I told you before the thing started to bet on that.
They said this could be the best team.
I told you, you got to put all your chips in on the USA right now. You laughed at me.
You figured they would get better. I'm not saying they've caught up to Spain or Portugal or France or England, but
at the end of the day, they might have surpassed them.
No, not yet. Calm down. But you figure they were getting better because more and more kids are playing. The league has grown. The MLS is getting more popular. We got younger kids now that can go to these academies underneath these teams, right? Which is huge. So, and we got more athletes. We just talked about this Freeman kid, right? And what he did, his dad was a great professional football player. And he went, no, man, I'm 6'3", but I like kicking the ball. So kind of figured, man, just amount of time and we'd start getting better. It's been a slow process, though. Been a very slow process. So we'll see what happens. Be a great if they made a hell of a run, though.
USA's up to plus 4,000 now to win it all.
Yeah.
It's a tremendous value bet.
You gonna do it?
I already did.
Oh, you did?
I did it before the tournament.
All right.
Of course, bro.
Got a long way to go.
I'm not going to root for anyone else. Who else am I going to root for? I got him at plus 6,000, though.
You could root for Portugal. It's very, very nice. Nobody's ever mad at Portugal, man. Matter of fact, they say it's a cheap vacation. Like, everybody likes Portugal, right? The Portuguese are likable, the linguiça heads.
Okay.
I didn't do it for you.
Do you know anyone on the team?
Yeah. I know one guy.
Okay. I'm not going to ask you who it is. You don't have to say. All right.
You said it. I know one guy in Argentina and one guy on the Portuguese team. That's all. Oh, Woody, you're too much, man. Yeah. We can all be a little fraudulent watching this tournament together. What the hell, man? Right? See what happens, and somebody makes a nice run.
I think one of the guys from USA got hurt, though.
Brazil did not look good. They're supposed to have a really good team. Argentina hasn't played. We're waiting for the Messi show. It's always a good one. This is important to him. This will definitely be the last one for him. Can't see him in his early 40s, 42 or whatever it'd be to play in the next one. So, kind of this will be fun. Hey, by the way, I want to thank Anthony Chang for joining us to talk about Giannis Antetokounmpo and trying to figure out what's going to happen. Can you wait another 8 days or so? Because we should know something within 8. We're either getting them or
I like how Anthony phrased. He goes, they don't like us to say run it back. And I know the Heat don't like to say that, but you're running it back if you miss on this guy.
Well, good luck. I can't wait.
He mentioned Kawhi Leonard. I know we haven't mentioned that name. That would be.
Look at your fan base. You've built up a strong, huge fan base with the Miami Heat. But after a while, you keep going with that run it back, and we're going to do it. The culture and our first round picks are going to take the next step, just like Jaime did. And that's a tough sell, man.
You're going to do it with Kawhi Leonard?
By the way,
plays once every 5 games.
That doesn't do it for me. That was my first thought.
You see, season ticket holders would be lucky to get a glimpse of him. Right?
Go out to the private showing, and then that's it. That'll be it for him. Catch him on the charity event they do before its season starts. Yeah, that wouldn't do it. That's not the same Kawhi.
561 just sent us this. He said multiple Portugal players refused to leave hotel after alligator sightings at World Cup camp. That happened?
Where'd they put them? I don't know where they are.
You're asking me. I don't know.
Not sure.
I'll look into it, but I believe if the texters send it in, it's usually accurate.
You're telling me the Portuguese don't like those alligators?
Nobody likes alligators.
No, they're a little scary.
Oh yeah, wow. Multiple players refused to leave hotel rooms over alligator sightings.
I think the team did that so those guys would stay in their rooms, man, and just get ready for the game.
They're in Palm Beach Gardens.
Oh, they must be staying out
west.
west.
Why are they down here?
Must be staying out west, though.
They're not playing here, are they? Are they playing in Miami?
Yeah.
Oh, they are. Okay.
I didn't mean to change my voice.
Yeah.
I
did change your voice a little.
You know they're playing?
No idea.
I believe they're playing Columbia, aren't they?
That'd be a hot ticket.
That was my first thought.
By the way, the tickets picked up on this thing. They're not as cheap as people were anticipating.
That's too bad.
Too bad. A lot of people paying the get-in price like $300-something to watch this thing tonight.
Oh, Woody.
You go, you get a shirt that says I went to the World Cup.
No. You know, I'm sure the stuff's great. I'd want to get a World Cup.
I've met some people that this is a bucket list trip for them.
I want to get the World Cup. I met some people too that are going to fly to different
Seattle.
parts.
Yeah, I saw know someone's going to Seattle.
Somebody said the same thing, like, hey, my family's here and they've always wanted to go see our country play, and means a lot to my mom and dad. We're going, all right. That's part of what makes this World Cup, right? That is part of it. So anyway, hey, Woody, we got to go to break here. Boy, we got all kinds of congratulations, first of all, to the Knicks, and second of all, Carolina. How about that? Winning in Vegas last night, getting their championship as well, Stanley Cup championship. And the 53-year championship drought is over. Jalen Brunson and the Knicks. And what a party and what a parade that's going to be Thursday at 10 o'clock. Going to be unbelievable. Atlantic Men's Clinic's pretty good too. ED and low T. Something nobody likes to talk about. You're listening first time and going, oh, God, this guy's going to talk about low T and ED. I'll bet he's not going to tell us he had it. I had full-blown low T and ED, and it was bad. And that's my energy level was shot. I lost, I don't know. It must have gone 6-7 months. I just didn't feel like doing a whole lot. But I'm still eating the same amount. So, you gain 20, go 235, 265, no problem. And then ED, follow low T right in the door. I didn't know anything about this as normal and happens to every guy. I did not know that ED happens to every guy out there. Sex drive was hit and miss, and then sex drive gone. Nothing was happening. The safest place to be was in a Rose bedroom because I was beating my wife to bed so I could fall asleep. Man, I'm telling you right now, it was just crazy going through it. And I said, man, I hope there's something I can do. There was. I went to Atlantic Men's Clinic. I got great results. I did the PSA test. I met with their professional staff. They got the results and put me on a program that was perfect for me. And I did get great results fast. Oh, my God. I mean, super fast. My energy level started feeling better. My sex drive was back. And that was 2 years and about 4 months ago, 2 years and 3 months ago. And it's the best thing I ever did. And I had such great results. I've been telling everybody, go to Atlantic Men's Clinic. If you're going through it right now, either one or both of the things I'm talking about, ED and low T, they have 7 locations in South Florida to serve you. Brand new location in Hollywood. I go to Plantation. They got great people, very friendly. Don't be embarrassed. They know when guys are coming in, what it's for. They got a bunch of great programs for you. 877-455-7300. You have to set up the first appointment. If you're going through it, you don't have to tell anybody you have ED and low T. Just set up that appointment, meet with their staff, and knock it out. That's what it's all about. Go to AtlanticMen'sClinic.com for more information. But I will tell you this before I say goodbye. Atlantic Men's Clinic works.
WQA.
northbound from Davie Boulevard to Broward Boulevard. That's traffic. I'm Malia Escobar on FM 104.3, and you can listen to WQAM on the Odyssey, iHeartRadio, and TuneIn apps.
All right, Joe, you ready to do a giveaway here? What do you think?
I love your giveaways.
All right,
Is this a 4-pack?
Yeah, there's a 4-pack of tickets to see the Marlins
against one of the powerhouses, the San Francisco Giants, good old Northern California Giants.
Sure.
They're not very good right now.
So we will get you a 4-pack of tickets if you are caller number 5 right now, 305-567-0560. We will have tickets to give away all week for that.
You know who's playing well out there? Still one of the top hitters in baseball, no matter where he goes. Arise. We had him here for a cup of coffee.
A lot of people here. A cup of coffee.
All right, so
hey, man, the team's playing well. We're not going to put a damper on that.
No,
the team is playing very well. 500.
They got a nice team, man. They said they had a nice team. So let me ask you a question. Are you, just so I know, are you giving those tickets away right now?
Yeah. I'm going to take caller number 5 right now.
All right, good.
Yes.
Good.
So I'll be right back with you, okay?
All right, that's fine because we've got some stuff to get to here this morning as we continue on. You know what's amazing we haven't talked about is this Jaylen Brown thing. Woody and I were just talking during the break. Hey, Jaylen Brown can play on my team any day of the week unless he rubs you wrong when you watch him on TV or something. Jaylen Brown is really good. I have trouble believing Boston would get rid of him. And I'm guessing they're calling him every time they hear his name going, we're not Jaylen. Whatever you're hearing, it's not coming from us. We want you guys to play together, and we got our team together. We feel good about it next year. But, boy, I got to tell you, if they're trading Jaylen Brown, I'm with Woody. We're just talking. I'm making a run at that one. You got Jaylen Brown here? You're right, Woody. Jaylen Brown.
Yeah, I just told you during the break that he should make the same offer they're making for Giannis at Jaylen Brown. Jaylen Brown might be better than Giannis as far as I'm concerned. Like, I would like to see him.
A little bit younger, a couple years younger.
Man, he had a monster year for them. They were really good.
He did, man. He was a key piece to that thing to get to 50 wins.
To me, is a number one. And I do see this thing ending very poorly in Boston eventually, right? Like, I don't know that those two can coexist. By the way, Jason from Coconut Creek won the ticket. We'll have more tomorrow.
All right, Jason. Good, man. Congratulations.
Bell South brother.
I'm guessing. Yeah, there's some Bell South brothers still out there. It just tells you it's an older guy. That's good. Bell South. Why is it every time somebody goes, Bell South is still in business? I go, never change. I'm a Bell South guy.
I don't think they're still in business, but I mean, the things don't go away. Like, I have an AOL address. Like, I don't know if they're still a functioning company or not.
Well, you got a little jab.
America Online.
You got a little jab. I'm guessing mostly people on the Bell South are a little bit older.
Anyone still with a landline phone out there? We have one here.
I did. I think we were about the last one to.
Is yours gone?
I think it is. There's no.
Well,
phone.
does it ring?
No. We don't have a phone there. I just don't know if she.
So you might just have an open line that you haven't disconnected.
Yeah, because
for old time's sake.
No, because of the internet, maybe.
Okay.
But the second thing, I don't think so, Woody. Now I'm not sure.
But to go back to what we were saying, I like if Jaylen Brown is somewhat available now, I can't imagine they'd ever trade him to the Heat. But
if you're trying to win a championship, they're one of the favorites, and they're one of the favorites because they think Jaylen Brown, Las Vegas thinks Jaylen Brown's going to be back on that team with Tatum and the rest of those guys.
It seems to me you've been on to this for a while, but it does seem like there's a problem there.
Yeah, I do.
And it seems too like Jaylen Brown wants to be the number one guy.
Hey, so let's go through some of the problems we've seen. This A.J. Brown thing and Jalen Hurts was real, right?
Mm-hmm. They did not like each other.
And no, we're good friends. You guys are reading into it. We have disagreements, but no, it was bad.
No, everyone that read into it was right.
Right. And I watched those guys and Brown and Tatum. Listen, they're not. I'm not saying they don't like somebody makes a big shot, they tap each other coming off during a timeout or when they're playing, but it's something just doesn't.
Well, everything that he says Like publicly, it just seems that way.
Which is a waste because you wait to get on a team like this is going to be in it every year where you have a chance to win, and they've won together. So they know, like, why would you not want to put yourself in a situation again if you're healthy at the end of the year where you're going to have a chance to win it all? They're one of the 4 favorites right now. 3 favorites. 4 favorites. San Antonio's going to be right back there again, too. No win a lot
As long
of
as
games.
they get rid of Fox.
OKC. Fox will have his share of good games if he comes back. They'll owe him a ton of money, would he? Of course he's going to be coming back. But, if Jaylen Brown, there was some way, unless the Heat knows something about him, I know he's not 7 feet and do things Giannis can do. That is true now. But you're going to wonder about Giannis. One thing about Giannis, are you concerned that the injury bug is just beginning? Because this something, the calf?
I'm not, by the way. I mean, it probably should be concerning, but
I'm not either.
After
No. You get him, hell yeah, you got to make a run at it.
But I mean, like we were discussing earlier, you can't just go after guys just for fun because you don't want to run it back.
You do something that looks like a run it back. Heat fans,
yeah, they're going to be pissed. But
the patience builds, and you know who they're going to blame? Riley's going to get blamed for everything.
Yeah, and then they're going to be even more pissed when they, give Kawhi Leonard a contract and he plays 3 games.
Pat spoiled everybody with all the great trades that he's made through the years, right? Got rid of some guys, got Shaq.
Well, the Jimmy Butler thing was incredible.
Going way back, Alonzo Mourning, got Alonzo and Timmy Hardaway, and you can go through the list of guys.
Remember they thought there was no way they could get Jimmy here, and he did it?
Got Jimmy Butler here, who played when he got here, was playing like he was both ends of the court.
2 finals.
Yeah.
Few quick texts here, Joe. Someone said, I also have an AOL email account that is still active, and I have a wall phone that doesn't work, but I keep it on the wall as a relic. That's cool. Someone says, I have a landline, and I'm a Bell South customer as well.
Okay.
954 says, my landline is fine, but I've been unable to get through on your fax line.
We don't have a fax anymore, do we?
Yeah, sure.
Huh?
You can fax that. Yeah. Offices have that stuff. I would assume.
I thought the fax died a few years ago when we were doing the National Signing Day. We used to have that sound coming in.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know.
Yeah, I assume they still have fax machines out there.
What else you have?
I just can't believe Bell South is still in business. That's all. Bell South is part of AT&T now. That's why. It was a big merger.
I still have it, as you know.
Someone asked about the Panthers offseason. What are the Panthers doing?
Running back.
Maybe we should.
The core of it, running back. You got to decide how much you're going to pay Big Bob to come back and be your goalie.
That's what they were asking about. What are we doing with the goalie?
I'm guessing he's coming back for 50 cents on the dollar. What do you think? Does that work?
If it works for him, it's fine.
Made a lot of money. He knows they can't pay him a lot of money. Can't pay him a lot of money.
We had a few comments on the...
he's sneaking up on the big 4-0,
On the carnage in New York City. You want me to read those numbers to you one more time?
Yeah, the 5 buses burning.
I'll give you the numbers. All right, 63 people arrested, 4 stabbings, 1 shooting.
I hope nobody got hurt, but it is funny, like a celebration and like, hey, come on, bring your knives. Let's go stab some bitches out there.
So again, 10 injured officers, 5 school buses set on fire, 5 damaged police cars. And that's just the preliminary numbers.
That's how you celebrate, man. It's not just New York either, right? I think
New York got a little bit out of hand with this, and I think there was another game. Someone had brought this up too, like a 17-year-old got beaten into a coma. Like it got ugly in New York without question. Like I don't know why you'd want to celebrate a championship by torching a school bus.
I guess it was the buildup of all that frustration before the
I know, but when the Dolphins finally win one, like let's not destroy the city. right? Like, we just set buildings and stuff on fire. Like, what
Can
do
I
we-
just say
no.
this before you get ahead of yourself? Let's just win a playoff game.
Fine. If we win a playoff game, what are we going to set a small bus on fire?
Nothing.
No bus?
If somebody celebrates after one playoff win, they need to do some time if they do something stupid for just
Really?
stupid.
Okay.
Being stupid. Yeah. That
'Cause I
would
feel
be-
like you're going to go bonkers if they win one. I don't know if you'll destroy property, but
they got to hurry. I'm running out of time, brother.
that's true. When you do it while you're young, so you could still get out there
Hey.
and destroy.
Oh, we're running out of time. I'm running out of time. Although we got all 1:00 games this year. We don't leave the country. We're not playing Thursday night. As of right now, we're not playing Sunday night.
They designed the schedule just for you.
Monday night, I mean, it is full of 1:00ers screaming, get home early, Joe, get home early. Hey, we've got more stuff to get to here this morning. I want to tell you about Dr. Barry at Recovery Unplugged and the great work that he and his professional staff are doing. I know Mental Health Month was last month, but that doesn't mean it stops, right? Still front and center for a lot of people out there. Recovery Unplugged's mental health residential program in Fort Lauderdale is your private sanctuary to reset. They do great work. They got great programs, getting great results for people dealing with anxiety and depression, who have gotten off the road and struggling to get back on. And whether you're going through it and you're listening right now, or somebody you care about a lot's going through it, please have them call Dr. Barry and his staff, because they'll take great care of you. Dr. Barry and the team blend expert care with music-based healing in a beautiful, comfortable space. They accept most major insurance plans. Call 954-737-4508 or visit recoveryunplug.com. I got to tell you, the music-based healing is, I had to go see it, spend a couple hours over there to see the program and see what everybody's doing. It's incredible. Even the food looks so good over there. Let's heal out loud, even in June.
An NFL
I'm World Series winner Miami Marlins.
Powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys.
Call 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
This update is brought to you by Doral Kia in Miami. At a Domino's game, you'll always find your Abuelito, and whenever you want a low price, you save with your Pricito. Save now with your Pricito at Doral Kia, starting with the Marlins, who took 2 of 3 from the Pirates after a 4-2 win yesterday, which gets them back to 500. Miami will now head over to Philly for a 3-game series. Tonight's first pitch is at 6:40 from Citizens Bank Park. You can catch the game right here on WQAM. In the NHL, the Hurricanes shut out the Golden Knights 3-0 to win the Stanley Cup. And today is the first World Cup match in Miami with Uruguay taking on Saudi Arabia. Kickoff is at 6 o'clock. Time for your weather, brought to you by Tornado Roofing and Contracting, helping homeowners stay safe this storm season. Visit tornadoroofing.com for a free roof and window estimate. And our weather advice is to stay safe and hydrate out there because it's going to be record highs here coming up this week, Joe.
Well, I'll tell you what, hydrate, man. See how everybody adjusts, and got a soccer game here tonight.
Who do you like?
By the way, it's always going to be soccer, just so we know, okay? It's the football thing. I know it's soccer. It's soccer here. What do they call it overseas? They call it soccer. They call it football.
You know, you're from over there. You spend a lot of time over there, I should say.
Why do you always do that? I took my wife for 1 week on a trip she really wanted to go on.
You told me you wanted to buy property in Paris.
I never said that. You just like to make stuff up.
I do like to make that up. Who do you like today, by the way? Uruguay is minus 220. Saudi Arabia is plus 700. Tie is plus 325. You want a tie?
Yeah, give me a tie.
Okay.
Love those ties.
Oh, yeah. Nothing like a tie.
Like a tie. You are.
Remember, hockey used to do ties.
I got to tell you, man. Is that thing sold out tonight?
I would assume so.
A lot of people look jacked up, man. They're over here.
I'm sure they are.
Well, no, listen,
This is very exciting. For some people, this is like the Super Bowl.
This is for all these countries. This is their number one sport by far,
Mm-hmm.
and people with money are going to fly over here to watch this. They are. They're not letting money get in the way. Hell, we got a lot of people from down here in South Florida going to be traveling all over the country where these games are to watch some of these games as well. And we got some. This is a first of 7 tonight, and then off and running. But pretty soon we'll have Portugal, the people's choice, Portugal.
Texter, very mean texter said that Miami-Dade and Broward school buses are safe for the next 30 years. Not worried about the Dolphins winning one, I guess.
Oh, man.
Man, I mean, New York City looked like a scene out of The Dark Knight with all those burning school buses, though. It was very bizarre.
So I did see, I saw the owner of Dolan blaming the mayor for some of the stuff for one of the games and making changes. And
well, of course, it's the mayor's fault that all the people went into the streets.
I just love after. It's just weird.
You got to blame someone, bro.
I know, but you win a championship. What are we doing? Like,
you got to destroy some property.
With your buddy going, one good thing happens that damn game tonight and we win. You know, we're taking out some buses, right?
You got to destroy something.
I don't think the average fan thinks that.
No?
No, I don't.
Maybe it's just a New York and where they do it out west too, don't they?
Yeah, I guess.
They get a little nuts out there.
Guessing LA goes a little crazy.
You got to act like you've been there before too, man, when you win one.
Yeah, but some of those places
we're getting
have
used
won
to
a
hockey
lot.
championships, and basketball's been good.
We didn't have problems.
Dolphins have been down a little bit.
You know that party down A1A with the Panthers a couple years?
Yeah, no one trashed anything there.
No, everybody got liquored up. That was it.
A lot of drinking, yes.
A lot of beer. A lot of beer that day.
Yes.
A lot of beer. And by the way, that team, we got to get our boy Bill Zito on here to talk to him and find out the game plan about, I got guys telling me, we got to get younger still, even though we're going to run it back. And I'm like, no, They think those guys can still play. Let's do it. Let's go. We got the guys. They're going to be healthy. Got some extra time off. Barkov got healthy and went out and had a great world championship. Team won it in Finland.
Yeah, I'm excited to see them with these guys back healthy. It'll be fun.
So I don't know, like if they're trading for somebody but at some point you got to have some young guys that can help out, right? Got to have some of your own.
Got to develop, yeah.
Still the cheapest way to do business, man. Develop your own in your own system. And, they got the 9th pick in their draft. We haven't talked much about that. They're picking 9th. And we'll be getting all these drafts here. They'll all be coming up here. And we are down finally to everybody believes in the next 8 days. That's when the draft is, June 23rd. That we will know something before that or at that time that whether Giannis is going to be a member of this Miami Heat basketball team or not. And who's serious about jumping in on this thing? By the way, nobody believes anything. Milwaukee is got a horrible, horrible reputation for jerking teams around. All right, hey, you're close. What else? You want to add something else in there? So nobody's sure about that to start with. But he's got 1 year left. He's not coming back and play for him after what happened last year. I'd be willing to bet paychecks that he's not coming back and playing for Milwaukee. He's got 1 year left.
You can do that, by the way, if you'd like to bet paychecks.
He can control, by the way. He can control a lot with just 1 year left on his deal. He can say no. That kills.
Well, I think Boston jumped in as the favorite now. But I don't see that. I just don't see that happening.
Why are they blowing that team up? Tell Jaylen Brown you love him.
Because they hate each other. I don't know.
It doesn't look like a Tatum thing. It just seems like a Brown thing, doesn't it? Go, Tatum's been the number one guy.
But I understand. Like, I understand with Brown. Like, he wants to be a number one. That's understandable.
Why wouldn't you just be 1A and 1B and just try to win a championship together? That's what I'm guessing most Celtics fans would like to see.
Yeah, but you know how that goes, man.
No,
I know how that goes when a guy's got the ego. He wants to be the top guy. And now he's got a taste of being the top guy for a full season, too, which is not good. Right? Tatum came back way into this thing. So he got basically almost
Tatum
a full
wasn't
season.
even 100%. You could
I know.
tell.
But this guy got a taste of being a number one. He did really well.
If I was a Celtics fan, I'd just be so frustrated. You get two great players that have proven when they play together, they're going to win a lot of games. Right now, if I told you those guys are all coming back healthy, there's a good chance they're the number one. When it's all said and done, they're going to be a number one team coming out of the East. Why would you want to mess that up? Somebody needs to jump in there and get those guys together and, And by the way, you better be careful, man. You try to run yourself out. You end up going to another team and doesn't run the same way. And now, even though you got your money and you get to be the number one guy, it doesn't matter because your team's losing a lot. And we'll find out just how you're doing after doing all this winning with that group you played with in Boston. And that's a nice little support there, by the way. Got a great shooter coming off the bench. Had a career year. A good little point guard there that, got a lot of really good players on that team. But those two together, that's on any given night, that's 60 points. Why would you want to screw that? I don't get it. You step back. We both got our money. We both got paid. Let's stay and play together. Let's let the team know whatever you have to, but we want to play together. Who cares if one guy takes 15 shots a night and the other takes 18 a night?
We have texter asked if you could recruit Jaylen Brown to come to Miami because you guys are both Golden Bears.
We're Golden Bears.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys all share that bond.
I got to tell you, I'm finding out a lot of guys that come out of that school are a little bit different dudes. Does he seem a little different?
So you're the normal one that made it out?
Yes.
Okay.
Does it seem like Jaylen Brown's a little different or no?
No, it doesn't. It just seems like, he's not very good when it comes to talking. I mean, he says dumb stuff, but
I think he's a real smart guy.
I'm sure he is. I just don't it's not productive to go.
He's not Aaron Rodgers, the smartest guy in the league.
No, Aaron Rodgers. Nobody's as smart as Aaron Rodgers in anything. But it's not a great idea to go on there and say this was the most fun I've ever had, in a season.
Why are you reading into that so much? He did.
I wasn't
he was
the only
telling
one
the
who
truth.
read into it, Joe.
I
Come
know,
on
but
now.
everybody's looking for every little thing somebody says or doesn't say.
I get the vibe from him that he wants to be on his own. And then Stephen A. Smith, who knows what, if his sources are any good, but Stephen A. goes, basically threatens the guy, right? Don't make me tell him what Boston thinks of you, what that organization thinks of you, what Jason Tatum thinks of you.
I've seen a lot of Stephen A. ego lately. So what? Leave the guy alone.
So what are you hiding? You're holding it back now? Is that what Stephen A. is saying, that he has proof that Boston hates him?
I don't know.
That was kind of weird.
I just stepping back. Why would you want to go anywhere else? You got your money. You're set for life. You're going to win a lot of games. You two playing together.
Wants to be the top dog. No, there's nothing wrong with that. And he can come to Miami and do that if he wants.
We had 3 guys who were used to being the top dogs, played 4 years together.
Bad comparison.
Why? They came together and knew the deal. Dwayne said, hey, LeBron, you're the number one dude.
Well, two of them couldn't
Chris
win as a top dog, though.
Chris Bosh says, look at, remember that day he came out and said, nothing, you guys don't get me the ball at all. I got to get my own stuff. Yeah, you're the third guy.
LeBron couldn't win as the number one guy in Cleveland.
Chris
first time around.
Chris got 2 championships out of this. And 4 trips.
But he wasn't going to win in Toronto by himself.
Nope. And nobody was going up there to join him.
Nope.
And Dwayne wasn't.
I really tried.
And Dwayne wasn't going, and nobody else was going to Cleveland to join LeBron. So they all came here.
Good 4 years.
And gave us 4 really good years. Beautiful years. Beautiful years together. So anyway, I just don't. I get what everybody's saying, and the Jaylen Brown. And I got to tell you, he wants to come down here and play.
You were on that way before anyone else. Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum thing. Like, you were talking about how much those guys dislike each other. They definitely seem to dislike each other.
I found out, there's a lot of guys on teams don't like each other, but you still play. And you're never going to get guys come from different parts of the country here, and certain guys are getting stroked, and you think you're better than the other guy. It's just, yeah.
Did you have guys that hated each other?
Yes.
Like passionately hated each other?
Yes.
Really? You don't have to say who, but
you'll never, I wouldn't say it. You'd never they would never, those guys to this day could not, even at old age when, hey, let's put this stuff past us. Still.
Really?
Yeah.
It's that bad?
Yeah.
Jeez.
We got certain guys who won't do anything with the team. Why?
Because they hate one guy?
Well, something, but you go late in life and I don't know. I get, hey, man, you get guys from all over the country, especially when I was playing in 1980, the South was still very Southish.
Yeah.
A little different deal. When I got here, there were black tables and white tables when people would eat. And I stood back one day and I went, damn, okay. Not everybody. I saw it change through when we were here, but all played together. On game day, it was everybody played together. Whatever problems you had, you were tapping the guy, let's go win. Now, afterwards, sometimes in practice, sometimes socially, we had some guys saw some guys outside of nightclubs getting ready to go at it, and you run up there and you find out it's 2 of your teammates. Going, are you serious? It's not somebody else? So, yeah, that stuff happens. All right, hey, we got to go to break here, Woody.
So it said Jaylen Brown is considered one of the most intelligent players in all of sports.
Correct.
Yeah, I honestly don't know, but
no,
I think
he
said after the season was probably not ideal. That was not the smartest thing to say.
I don't get. I've heard it over and over. He just said it was a really fun year.
Because when you're discussing, there's a debate going on. Does this guy hate Jason Tatum? Jason Tatum hate it. Can they coexist? And the guy goes, I just had the most enjoyable season of my career.
He got to be the man.
Well, yeah, but that doesn't exactly.
He got all the guys around him to play better. I don't know, man. We read into everything. Every time somebody says something.
Somebody goes, Joe kills Tua for everything he says. He wants Hollywood to leave Jaylen Brown alone.
First of all,
They don't have a lot in common.
No,
No.
that's a bad example of two guys. Starting with what you just said, one guy is really smart, Jaylen Brown. All
Tua's
right.
stuff, you don't even have to read into it. His stuff is just right out there on the surface, dumb.
Yeah.
Like the Jaylen Brown thing, you got to read into that a little bit, right? Like I had the most enjoyable season of my career. Oh, does that mean you hate playing with Jason Tatum? Tua just goes, I'm a part-time football player.
I don't care. I don't care.
I know you don't.
I truly.
He's not Josh Allen, Joe.
Josh.
You don't say, Tua.
You're on a roll today, man. You are on a roll.
He gives a lot of
Pretty
stuff
funny.
for us chip-eating, couch dwellers. Pretty.
Hey, Waddle was one-on-one with the guy outside. Did you try to give him the ball?
Couldn't
Man,
see.
Couldn't see.
Couldn't catch him.
That big offensive line and defensive line, boy, you try looking over the top of that thing trying to throw it with this friggin' thing I'm throwing with called my arm. Hey, we got to go to break here, man. We got a lot more stuff to get to. I'm going to end up taking shots at everybody. Hey, what did you just tell me? The Giants are coming to town June 19th, 20th, and 21st? Bye, baby. Yep, San Francisco Giants will be in the Fighting Fish. Take on the Giants, man. A lot of cool things going on. Don't miss Flanagan's Fest and Toy Story 5-day featuring exclusive merchandise, epic giveaways, plus food and drink deals for the whole family. I always tell everybody this. Go to marlins.com/tickets for all their home games. Their promotions department is one of the best in the business. Get your tickets now, marlins.com/tickets. They got a bunch of great deals going for you to really enjoy the 3-game series. Coming up after the 3-game series against the Phillies, the Giants are in town. Marlins are home, about ready to go over 500.
An NL East battle for the Marlins tonight in Philadelphia.
We get back to things here, Joe. Let's get you your stock market report brought to you by Anna John Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733. Market opens a couple minutes from now. Dow futures up 600 points. NASDAQ up 650 points. The S&P up 100 points. So we're in good shape today, hopefully.
All right, Woody. Hopefully it continues that way. We all like good news, especially as we get older with our accounts.
Yeah. Speaking of
as soon as we get closer to retirement, we would like to see those accounts going up.
Speaking of money, Omar texted me just now during the break, and I guess he's at Target, and there's a long line of like grown men standing by the card section to buy Pokemon cards. And he asked me to explain to him why grown men are waiting for boxes of Pokemon cards.
I got to tell you, my two grandsons love Pokemon cards. They're explaining them to me, too, because I did the same thing when they're sitting down and they were showing them to me.
Mm-hmm. So anyway, I told him, like, it's people buying, a $50 box to flip it for $75 or whatever. Any way to make money.
So is there still value by going to Target and getting them? Because you told me you had me go running to get football and baseball cards, and I stopped because you told me, there's nothing there anymore.
I mean, I don't know that you could make a living off of it.
Well, I was hoping, like, I was buying them when they were there, but they're always empty, by the way. Somebody was like, by the time they were in every store, somebody was apparently making calls. They were gone.
Well, like if you would have loaded up on, 2023 cards, you got Wemby in there, which is, obviously his stuff is it took a little hit at the end of this thing.
That's all right. So you get Wemby, Shohei Ohtani.
So if you have 2018 product, and then, for baseball, Shohei's rookie year, that stuff is like, I mean, it's very hard to come by, obviously. The boxes are funny, by the way. You'll see like a 2018 Topps Chrome box, and it's got a clearance sticker on it because no one was buying it. The best are like those 2000. You'll see like 2003 Topps, which is, LeBron, Dwayne, Chris. And those all have clearance stickers on it. They were so cheap.
Really?
That stuff is very, very expensive. The LeBron rookie cards got nuts.
Wow. Damn, Woody. You'll have to keep going on that stuff. I'm getting out of that.
We got to dig
business.
through your Office of Treasures one day, though. Find some stuff.
The only thing I have of the big three is that poster when they're all there that day.
I know. I want that one for the man cave. I don't know what I did with I had one, but I don't know what I did with it.
Somehow I end up with 4 or 5. I've given them all away to everybody except one. One.
Keep it for me. I'll take it off your hands. I don't know what something like that is worth, though, to be honest with you. I don't know.
Actually, it was one of the nicest things they did that day they had. I'd just gotten back after the decision, and they're three, and it's packed, by the way. There's a zillion people there for short notice, and they're passing these really nice big three little posters. Really, really nice. A lot of people, I'm guessing, got them. Were able to get them, and I was able to grab a couple extras while we were there, getting ready to do a little TV that day. Anyway, we got Anthony Chang, Miami Heat reporter of the Miami Herald, going to join us to talk a little bit. All right, so I see people really just don't like Jaylen Brown. I guess that really got everybody. Screw Jaylen Brown. He's a bad guy. Why are you talking about him? Why am I talking about him? Because a lot of people think
when you read the chat,
he's going to get traded. He could be getting. He could be on his way out. And what makes
I don't think he's a bad guy at all. I don't get that vibe from him. Do you?
No.
Yeah, I don't get that vibe.
I saw a guy that had.
I think what he said at the end of the season wasn't the smartest thing in the world because it fueled, speculation that those guys don't get along.
It doesn't look like there's great chemistry there between those two.
But I mean, if I had a choice today between bringing Jaylen Brown here or Giannis, I'd take Jaylen Brown.
I think
I'd take that guy at 29.
I think if you did that poll, you would lose every day.
I think so too. Yeah, I don't think it's. Yeah, I'm sure I would. But I think you pair that guy up with Bam and whatever else you're able to keep around here. Like I think you have a nice little team.
Well, you're gonna have to give.
Guy put up enormous numbers as a number one. Like he was a legit number one this season.
I'm not disagreeing. He had one of the best years of anybody in the regular season. He was fantastic. I thought he actually did a nice job when Tatum came back of letting him kind of shoot threes. I mean, he was very, very careful. You could tell he long way from being 100%, which now he's going to be 100%. He's had months off to get completely healthy. Hell, he didn't play in that game. If he plays in that game and he has anything, they might win that game, right? But didn't work out. So doesn't matter. By the way, the other ones are going to be really interesting for trades. And by the way, I'm not talking about the Heat necessarily. De'Aaron Fox. Now they're saying probably a situation you can't trade
I'll
him.
pass.
Yeah, no. A lot
He
of
should
teams
retire, if anything, but I'll
He's
pass.
28.
No, his time is.
He got a big fat.
ran out,
I don't know if Sacramento gave him the big fat contract or he got it when he.
That was one of the worst. That was like LeBron, Mavericks finals. Like except this guy just was like, I'm going to shoot my way out of this thing. Just pass the ball, dude. Let anyone other than you shoot it.
You know, it's funny.
It was
now.
ice cold.
You look at him, and he is not even one of the top 3 players on that team.
No, he's terrible.
Their top 3 players are 3 young guys.
He cost them that series single-handedly.
Well,
I mean,
yeah, no, he
pretty close, man.
No, he had a lot to do with it. Now, to be fair, Castle was 1 for 10 in that last game too. He did. He'll have a game that give him a lot to think about.
Yeah.
But I think he's really good. Don't get me wrong. He's had some great games.
He is good.
Those guys are all high number 1 picks. All 3 of those guys.
Yeah.
The 22, the 21, and the 20-year-old were high picks. That's why they're changing the system. One of the reasons they've decided to change that system. So anyway, we've got that, and the Giannis watch is on for sure to see what's going to happen. The draft's June 23rd, and we'll find out what happens. And by the way, the other story we didn't talk about. So I see Stephen A. came out and said one guy outside of that team should get the ring. Spike Lee. Did you see that? Spike Lee.
Why?
Because he goes to every game. He's been going forever.
So you should get a ring?
That he should get one of the team rings. Yeah.
The team ring.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Listen, man.
He can buy one if he wants, I'm sure.
Yeah, no, he could.
So it doesn't really matter.
Do that, but
I don't think he contributed to them winning. If anything, he contributed to their years of losing.
He might be one of the most famous fans, though, loyal fans.
No, he definitely is. But he also probably had more to do with them losing a lot of those games, like the way he would get after players.
You're talking about Reggie Miller thing.
Yeah.
Okay. Specifically, you're talking about Reggie on that.
So that was more harmful than.
So anyway. All right. Well, listen, we didn't get
Ben Stiller got a picture of the trophy back there. Did you see that?
Who does?
Ben Stiller.
Oh, yeah. Oh, he's big.
He's funny.
I saw all those guys, man, in the locker room. They're all in the back. They how do you decide, by the way, on that? Like 6 or 7 of those guys were all in there. Like, they went on the road, so that knocked a lot of them out. Not all the celebrities went, but yeah, man. All right. Hey, Woody, we got more stuff to get to. You ready for a little Anthony Chang so we can talk a little bit about Giannis Antetokounmpo? 8 days till the draft, June 23rd. We'll have Anthony join us next. Stay with us.
Well,